Pause it. Install the Chime app today and get started.
Howdy. Just some good music, man, to lighten the mood while we were waiting for our gutter. She was a little busy, guys. She apparently had some things she got caught up on. Hey, there she is. How you doing, Gutter?
Oh my gosh, you name it.
If it could go wrong, it will go wrong, right?
Yeah, to say the least. Hello,
Murphy's-
everybody.
Hi,
Just
guys.
to give my stinky excuse, because we all know what excuses are like. My husband, who every day leaves for work, and I say, "You got your phone, you got your Leatherman, you got your flashlight, you got your ID." Well, today, Julie only said, "Do you have your phone?" Well, he had his flashlight, he had his Leatherman, and he had his phone. Well, he grabbed his phone, walked right by his ID, and went to work. And so then, as I'm getting ready to go to the store, he's calling me saying, Can you just drive my ID into work? It's an hour away. He said it only takes a half hour. I said, okay. So,
wow.
Needless to say, drove his ID in, and it was just standstill traffic. Fucking nightmare shit. I hate driving in that. So, I'm kind of decompressing now, but I'm here.
There you go. So just relax.
That's
relax.
Right.
It's all
now
good.
We're chilling.
Welcome to
It's
the
all
Tuesday night Y&G Pub. Guys, it is another Tuesday night. It is January 24th, 2023. Once again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, and other times, different places around the world, but we don't care about that. I just wanted to say hello to some people. For do the thing where whoever comments first in the action when the notification went out gets the booby prize, and that booby prize goes out to Lee Sugar Britches. I think that's 2 weeks in a row. So now she has 4 boobs. I don't know what she's going to do with them, but she apparently has 4 nice
boobs. You
sets
just
of boobs.
add to,
or two sets of boobs. Right. She has a going out pair and a stay at home pair.
No, I think you just add to them. I think it's just an addable thing. It's you get one set, the other set goes on top of them. At least in my book, that's probably how it should be. However, after a certain amount of time, they kind of get in the fucking way. So, in that, and I only know that from one time when I was trying to breastfeed. Never do that shit again.
Oh boy, that sounds like fun.
Oh no, it hurts like a bitch.
I can imagine. Some little gumless being chewing on a piece of sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
got especially if they
Mishka.
have a hard mouth.
Oh yeah. We got Mishka. She's in the building. Hi, Mishka. Thanks for coming to the show. She says the cool peeps, and she's from, of course, Brooklyn, New York. We got Wasp Bitch in the house.
She is one of the cool peeps. Just
yes,
so she knows.
Absolutely. Wasp.
She's one of
where
our
you been,
first
doll?
cool
Where you been? We've been missing you around these parts. Glad you could make it. Thanks for coming. Of course, we got Lee Sugar Britches, and we got Justine Fine. I'm sorry. Feist. I don't know how you pronounce that. We just call her Justine. And we're good people, so. We got Black Sheep Tony G's in the house, giving us the eyeballs. He was over on the Strategic Eyes show a little while ago, along with a few other people from our show. We've got a little cross-contamination going on. I like it. Cross-pollination, actually, right? Isn't that what it's called? Not contamination, because we're good things over here and over there. So that's cool.
You make it sound like an orgy.
Yeah, it is. It's an orgy. We got Bobby Bacalino in the house. Big old Bob. What's up, Butthole Surfers? Chocolate Starfish. Yeah, nice. Who else we got in here? Oh, Lee Sugar Britches got the Dobie Gray. Yes, Dobie Gray. And also Dusty Springfield. Good music. Yeah, someone said boomer music. You know, That's technically true. I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen X. I'm a older Gen X. But yeah, some boomer music is good stuff, man. I like it, puts you in a good mood. Some things. I'm not big on you remember like growing up, our parents probably listened to a lot of the anti-war Vietnam War songs and stuff, right? That was kind of depressing shit as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I didn't like that stuff too much. But I don't know. I figured I'd play something a little different tonight. We got Donna.
Hal.
NC is in. Yes, we'll get to Hal in a second. Donna
Okay.
has a total knee replacement, and she is just sitting. She had it yesterday, I believe.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
Yeah, we're
Dang,
real
you
sorry to
better.
hear that. That's some painful shit. So you just kick back, do nothing, and listen to us take you away. Right?
Well, from everybody I hear that does knee surgery, they say you got to get up and move around on it, which is really the most painful part of it. But
Well, I don't know
they
about
say,
yesterday.
well,
She had it
I don't
yesterday.
know. My friend from Alaska, he had both his done, one at a time though, and he said that the first one he didn't get up on as quick, and the second one he made sure to get up on, and he said it both his knees are great because he bounced back up off that second surgery and didn't dink around. So he said it was really painful though, really painful. So
yeah, I've known a few people that have gotten them,
I feel for
and
you, Donna.
they said they're a bitch. I mean, the way they
Yeah.
open you up and take your bone out, they shove that long. I think
Oh.
they shove a long thing in both ends of the bone that has the knee joint on Mingia. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Sherry from Canada. Thank you for coming. Always a blast to see you. Hey, Missy, what's going on?
See, Donna
Good to
said
see
yes. Walked yesterday after surgery. See that? Oh, I bet that was
Holy
like,
shit!
ooh,
No,
yeah. I'll bet
thank
childbirth's
you.
got nothing on that.
Yeah.
Hang in there, honey.
Oh, Missy said she's had both knees done. Make sure you do the therapy correctly. Make sure you straighten it out. Oof. Okay, let's not talk about knees no more. That's
It makes
very bad.
them hurt, kinda like.
Yeah, it really does. I feel for it. Hi, Ann. Good to see you. David S. Good to see you. Let's see. Did we see Hal? Oh, there he is. Hal 9000. We got something to talk to you about. Yeah, we did. We did check our email, and we saw what you sent. And I'm going to let Gutter say what she wants to say regarding that. Go ahead, Gutter.
I just thought that was really cool. I did go to your stuff and look at it, and I thought that was really cool that you made the offer. I would definitely love to throw some stuff your way. However, I mean, we don't have no money, and we don't really want to exchange. I mean, like money at this channel, because this channel is just about going to the bar, basically hanging out and bullshit. And so, but we would love any help you would want, just so that we can get people here that that want to bullshit and hang out with us. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Hal, we did. I'm sorry it took us so long to see the emails. We have obviously separate emails from our private emails for the channel, and I'm not in the real habit yet of checking it because we don't get a lot of traffic. So we did see what you sent. I was very impressed, and like Gutter said, we would love to have you do some stuff. We just don't have any money, bro. And for somebody to do something like that for us. Go ahead.
Yank, I'm sorry. He says here that he was just offering for free, and which I thank you. I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what, I mean, I guess we just hand you some videos. Like I assume that I email them to you, or I mean, I guess you'll tell me how to do all that. We can do that backstage or whatever, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right as it stands right now, too, our whole collection.
So thank you very much.
Our whole collection of videos as it stands right now is pretty much listed private for the 90 days that we've got this strike. because they're going back retroactively and looking at our stuff, and they'll probably give us another strike. And if they do, they'll yank the channel, such and so on. So we'll either have to email you our catalog, or when the time comes and we release stuff, you could just pick through at your leisure and create some stuff for us if you wanted to. If you wanted to make some teasers or some stingers or whatever the hell they call them, if you could feel free to do that. Bobby had done that for us as well, and so did Fly Crew. So we're always interested in people to see what their creativity is, and you obviously seem to have some good stuff with you too as well. So whatever you want to do, brother, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. He says we can email him the links and the footage, no problem. Rooster Cogburn in the house. Hey, Rooster, where you been? Missed you last week, I think. So I'm starting to look back for a place to rent. I have rented in 2 years. I have good credit.
He hasn't rented.
Oh, he hasn't rented in 2 years. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't read tonight. I apologize. My eyes are really bad tonight.
He says he has good credit and he works every day. So we'll see how it works out. Oh man. I know that I know that my son has really been pounding the pavement at trying to look at places to rent with a couple other people, and it's not very easy. It's expensive as all hell, and then they want a background check, credit check, and I'm pretty sure there's a prostate check in there somewhere or something. Full enema, I'm sure somewhere in there you can't go without being fully clean. I don't know, but I know it's a lot. I don't envy. I'm glad I own my home. Thank God.
So peep this. Of course, we had the hurricane back. What was that? September. That basically wiped us out down here. And one of my wife's friends, their house got destroyed. Her father, which she lives with, is an elderly man in a wheelchair. So they've had to find places to rent very short term to stay while their place is being fixed. Their place isn't ready yet, and it's not going to be ready on the deadline that they were told it was going to be. So they had to find an emergency place to stay. Take a wild guess how much this rental property, and it's not a huge rental property or anything special, but take a wild guess how much 30 days is costing them.
I don't even want. Is this in Florida?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was cheaper in Florida.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't even have a clue because I'm just not familiar.
Okay.
With
3-bedroom house, no pool, no nothing like that. Just a 3-bedroom house, short-term rental, 30 days, $8,900.
Fuck.
$8,900. You know how much it's cost them since the hurricane and rentals? No, it's not an Airbnb. No, that's what the problem is. That there are no rentals, so people are gouging like crazy. It's cost them $18,000 since the hurricane just to find places to live. Since then, it's only been 100 and some odd days since then. So in that time, they spent $18,000 on places to live. That's fucked.
That's just crazy.
That is some screwed up shit. So good luck, Rooster. We hope you find a place. We have confidence.
He's in California.
Oof.
So you think about what they were paying there. Now think about California. That's like, oh my God. I wouldn't even want to try to pay what they're paying.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Hal said, wasn't I hearing insurance was denying most claims from the hurricane?
They are running out of Florida as well. The insurance companies are declaring bankruptcy and leaving Florida. It's happening. One of my neighbors across the street over here, who I spent Thanksgiving with, still has a blue tarp on his roof. They hired a private adjuster to come by and give them a price because the insurance adjuster was offering shit. They need a whole new roof. He's got some water damage on the inside. His ceilings got moldy and wet, so there's paint popping and stuff. And he's probably got mold in the insulation in the attic and shit like that. So they're not giving him enough money for it, but he's still got a blue roof on. And they've only given him one estimate, one offer on what they would give for money to repair. And of course, you reject that offer out front always. So he did that. They haven't come back with a second yet. So he's still got a blue top on his roof, as do most of the houses around here. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's bad. Yes, Hal, we will call you. You did put your number down. So yes, we will get in touch with you and we'll have a conversation regarding this.
Yes.
I had 80,000 in the bank. Sign me up for that prostate check. Really, David? Really? Okay. I had 80,000 in the bank and a job, and I couldn't find an apartment on it on Long Island. That sucks. Unbelievable. Fucking crazy to get a place to build apartments, bringing in the city. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
I already
so I can't really
comment just so it's.
Oh, you did?
Because I'm.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, because
oh, there it is.
I want to. I mean, we don't have to have anybody on yet, but I pinned it because I want to shut down that. I want to shut down that YouTube channel so it's not making me lag more.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta actually do my phone as well. What the hell was I gonna say? Probably nothing important. I tried moving my router. I got it like a couple feet closer, and it looks like I'm getting stronger response. I wonder if it was because, like, in the line direction of where the router is, my bureau was kind of in the way because the router's in the bedroom, and I'm in a third bedroom. So I pulled it out from behind the dresser, so it has more of a line of sight. I mean, there's still walls and shit in the way, but it maybe, hopefully tonight I won't have as bad of signal as I normally do.
Did you hear what he called it?
Out of nowhere. Who?
Did you hear what he called it? That just tells you right there. You know where he's from when he calls the dresser the bureau.
Bureau.
I just want to say that because that's what my mother or my aunt or my grandmother would have called it. That's New Hampshire. That's what they would say from back in New Hampshire.
That's true. At least they didn't call it a shiffer robe. Hi, joyful one. You've never heard of a shiffer robe?
Talking about?
Yeah, a shiffer robe is like one of those. It has like a closet on one side of it for, hanging shit, and then it has drawers on the other side. It's an old school kind of piece of furniture, but yeah, shiffer robe. It's weird. Just don't seem to have enough data to stream. Gonna rest my phone and try to come back. Okay, joyful one, that's fine. No problem. Why are you using? Oh, okay. Here's a question.
Can you imagine trying? Oh, sorry.
Oop. No, go ahead. What?
Ross said, "Can you imagine trying to find an apartment with a scared pit bull, 4 cats, and 2 parrots?" Oh, fuck no. Dude, you might as well just go for the van because they probably know. I mean, first of all, you might find a place, but they're going to go, okay, sure, 500 for that one, 500 for that one, 500 for that one, 500 for that. I mean, you would just, and the pit bull, hell, that'd be like 2,000. I mean, Jesus,
you'll be living in a van down by the river.
That's right. Funny, that's where I want to live.
Yeah, I know it, right? Yes, Bobby, a chest of drawers. Those are pretty cool, man. 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall, all the drawers in them. Those are cool. I like that old furniture shit, man. Get some nice stuff. Hal asked, why are you using wireless? Run a cable and plug it in. Well, first of all, it's a full house length away. And secondly, I thought we were in 2023. Isn't wireless supposed to be the way to go? I mean, I'm all for them getting their shit together and finally giving me what the hell they keep promising. So I want my jetpack and I want my wireless.
First of all, hey, Hal, maybe when we talk, you can explain to me why I have mine plugged in. I have mine on the cable, yet throughout our lives, it'll pop up and show a wireless. And then sometimes at the beginning of the live, it'll tell me also, if you plugged into, a hard line, blah, blah, you'd have a better stream, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it going, I did, motherfucker. So I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
Yep. Let's see. David S says 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a garage, and I don't pay what y'all pay for rent. Well, la-ti-da. No, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Well, David, you also want a prostate check, so
Yeah, there's something off about you, bro.
I think we know why you get rent cheaper.
Oh, burn.
I'm being funny. He knows
He's getting finger puppeted regularly. Oh, God, that was bad. That was bad.
That was good.
I'm just saying. Yeah. No, it was so good. It was bad. Yes. Turn off the wireless, Bobby says. Okay. Hey, speaking of that, I was waiting backstage early for you, Gutter, and my computer was going. I was sitting here fucking around with my phone. All of a sudden, my computer goes, nope. We're gonna start this fucking thing all over again, and it shut off and restarted it all by itself. It kicked me out, and then when Explorer came back on, it said Explorer, I don't know, fucking disconnected all by itself or some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I hate computers. I hate all this shit. Nothing ever works right, so it is what it is. I don't know.
See, you guys make it really hard on me because, see, Tony says that I'm a savage, and Wasp tells me I need to go to the corner.
Go to the corner and be a savage.
Dude, I'm fucked if I do, and I'm fucked if I don't.
That's right.
Well, and not literally.
Yep.
What else did I just see?
All right. No one puts the savage in the corner.
Well, you can try, but
yeah.
Sugar Britches said, Rooster, what does the government do? Not a fucking, well, they do a lot. They can fuck up a lot of shit.
Hal says Windows is probably set to auto update, and when it's done, it restarted. That might be. It might be. It's always bitching at me to do that, to update, and I restart and everything, and then it says, well, your fucking Windows 2 it's not compatible, doesn't have enough fucking whatever to update all of the updates that need to be updated. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just all I know is I have to keep changing shit, and I don't like it. Which brings me to a point. I don't know if you guys saw in the description or not of tonight's show. I thought one of the interesting topics might be as to whether we are indeed overpopulated or not. And I don't necessarily mean in the way of there are too many people, although that's probably part of it, but maybe also in the fact that there are too many people living the Western civilization life. In other words, this life, and not enough people living in mud huts. I watched a thing today on 60 Minutes, and I've always liked that show. Yes, I know it's a left-leaning show. Yes. I know all that shit. But they made some interesting points about some things, and I can't always go, or at least I don't think it's fruitful to just automatically go, well, they're coming from that side of the aisle, so therefore, no, I'm not going to believe anything. I believe it's quite possible. For instance, in 1970, there were 3 billion people on this planet. It took, since the beginning of man, all those years and centuries to get to 3 billion. Well, when we clocked past 2022 to 2023, we had 8 billion people on the planet. So in 52 years, we added 5 billion people, right? 5, 6, 7, yeah, 5 billion people on the planet. More than double what we had when I was a kid. So that sounds like a fucking problem to me. I don't know about anybody else or what other people think about that. But they also had some other interesting facts that 70% of all the livable land area on the planet is now inhabited by people and used by people. 75% of all the drinkable water is being used by people right now. 75%. And things of that nature, insofar as like the water is concerned, is when we drill into the aquifers below, those take centuries to refill. So we're draining those while they're not refilling fast enough as we're draining them. A lot of this stuff is problematic, and I hate that word, and I hate to sound like that. But I think we're headed for some serious issues. And a lot of it has to do with the way Western civilization lives. The demand in energy, the demand in infrastructure, the demand in products and things like that. It's all contributing to this stuff. So I'm just going to hold it there because I have some more things I want to say, but I wanted to know what you had a thought, if you had any thoughts of that, Gutter.
Well, as I said, in the description, it was basically regarding population control, and we agree on a lot of it, and then there's just a few things that we don't agree on. But that should be in almost any relationship that you have with anybody, is you ain't gonna agree on everything. And so, oh my gosh, just 1 second.
Yeah, I just have to. No, Bobby, it's not
here.
the Italians hosing off the driveways every day.
Look who's here.
Hey, Jason, where the hell have you been, man? I know you were going through a little bit of a rough patch there for a while, son. But, you know, you got to check in with us every now and then and make sure you're all right. Good to see you.
Thanks
you
for
coming.
checking in.
Yes. We missed you, buddy.
And hi, Maureen. Okay, so now I think we got everybody that's came in just recently.
Yeah.
Hello. So you can go back to what you were saying. Sorry.
Well, actually, you were talking.
Was I? I thought
yeah, you were saying most people in a relationship agree or disagree, and
what? And I don't think this is any different. And I just think that there's a way. First of all, I understand it's a global thing, but the problem is we're being put. I mean, we are getting a lot of people here, and so in the process, that's really putting the pressure on us, which is, I think, why 60 Minutes came up with their whole bunch of bullshit. So, and I wouldn't watch 60 Minutes if you could fast forward it into 15. So, but that's just me. But I think that there are certain things that should be put into place that doesn't prolong things, that doesn't prolong life when it's actually hurting the one life that they're trying to prolong. So in saying that, how Bill Gates no, not Bill Gates. What's that guy's name? Gates Bill. That's who it is. So I don't know what his name is. What it's
got. Gil Bates. Thank you. That's what it is. So yes.
So, yes. I don't know what his name is. What it's. I don't know what his name is. What it. What it's. I don't know. Gil Bates. Thank you. That's what it is. Gil Bates. Thank you. That's what it is. So, Gil Bates. Thank you. That's what it is. So, if we did it like he did it, I think it's just way more than is necessary.
Mhm.
So, and no, Bobby, I do not want to kill Grandma.
I do. I do.
See that right there?
I do. Kill the bitch.
He does. But-
Yeah, I do. I do. And I'll give you my reasons why in a minute. I'll let you finish, but I'll give you my
Okay.
reasons why.
So for me, here's the deal: is I do believe that there has to be a line drawn, and I think most people that are really old, or most people, I mean, not just because they're old, I mean, because they have a bunch of shit that's going on. If you've got, a broken hip, and now you got to go in for, open heart surgery and a triple bypass and 47 different other things is all going wrong with you. Is that really? And I don't really care what age you're at, really. Is that really going to be worth it? Or when they say, well, we're going to keep so-and-so on life support, and, for 3 years, that just seems, or, 10 months. If they have been, somewhat or if they're brain dead in that aspect, I don't think that why we prolong and what's going to happen? And if they do come off the life support, so, what are they going to be like? Were they without oxygen, and now they get to, live this horrible life that you're so glad you saved them, and they're looking at you like, thanks a lot. So
yeah, go ahead.
It's a balance there, but I don't think here's my problem is I don't think we'd be having this conversation if we wouldn't have had these people thrust up on us.
Which
not
people?
In a good way.
Which people?
The ones coming over the border.
Okay.
I mean, think about where we're at, dude.
I am.
In the month of December, 250,000 is what they're admitting to. I think it's well beyond that.
Yeah. That's just the actual being counters. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's my whole problem is,
Okay. Okay.
If we didn't have that as an issue, I think I think we should start there instead of trying to, kill off grandma and grandpa or, whatever. Or control the population by controlling the reproductive system of both a man and a woman, in the sense of what kind of, shit they're putting in the stuff that they give us all the time. I mean, it's like I said, in Idaho, it was like January 20th before a baby was even born in one of the hospitals. It was actually the hospital that I was at. So that seems really strange when all the babies, anytime you picked up the newspaper, there was a baby born by the 1st or the 2nd of January of every year. Usually within hours of the 1st. So the fact that there's not a baby being born until like 20 days into the month, that's just nuts.
Well, it's kind of surprising, right? In general, just to touch on what you're touching on, is that there hasn't been a baby boom with the lockdown. Because we're 9 months past being locked down where couples were together 24/7. You think people would be bumping uglies like rabbits and making babies. So there's a point to that. Well, I hear what you're saying. That's kind of odd. Yeah. I don't know what to think about that, but yeah. In general, okay, well, I guess I could tie it into what I was gonna continue to go on unless you have more points to make.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first I want to say this particular show of the YNG Pub could be sponsored by Oak and Eden Finished Whiskey. If you guys would just give us a sponsorship. This is a great bourbon. I love it. It's very charred. It's 90 proof. It's good stuff. It's got a great nose, good mids, and a fine finish. So, Oak and Eden, if you're watching, we could do a live read for you. Okay, so first of all, let me see. My argument for, not an argument for, it's just, this is the thought experiment, right? I'm not saying I'm for this stuff, but I do understand some of the arguments for it. You say, okay, first, let me say this. I believe that life is hard, right? Life is cruel. Life is dispassionate. People come, people go. Babies are born, babies die. Old people live their lives and die. And people in between, same thing. Something's going to get you. That's the way, that's the natural balance to things. I believe we're out of balance, right? I believe that Western culture and civilization and to borrow the phrase from Star Wars, this technological terror we've created is pretty insignificant when it comes to nature. And eventually nature is going to have its way. So we do things like, and I've said this before, we put knees, and not to you, Donna. We put knees in people who are old enough to be in wheelchairs now. I just saw a thing. I forget who it was. It was some semi-famous person on some morning show, and they got an award, and they're there in a picture holding the award, and there's their dad, right? And they made sure they said, and she was there with her dad, who was lucky enough at 84 years old to have a quadruple bypass at 84. Okay, to me, that seems like a big old waste of time, because what does this guy get? An extra, I don't know, couple of years. After the 60 Minutes thing, I watched who we lost in the year 2022, you know, the celebrities and stuff like that. I was in my fucking feed for some reason, so I watched it. And there were a lot of very old people that they were putting what killed them, what they died of at 94 years old or 95 years old or 104 years old, like died of emphysema. No, you died at 104 because you were supposed to fucking die. You know what I mean? That's what you died from.
Because your body was begging to die.
Yeah, exactly. So I believe that we do this weird thing in our country where we obviously we live great lives, right? You hear about the people who are struggling in America and having it really tough are overweight. How is that a possibility? How is that a thing where you could be in such a land of milk and honey where they have flat screen TVs, 3 sets of sneakers, one of them are never used, and they're overweight because they don't have a fucking Lexus, so therefore they're poor. This is insanity what we do. And with regards to the other third world people that are coming here, you can't really blame them, right? They live under life on life's terms. They are wearing clothes from last year's Super Bowl losers, you know how, because during the Super Bowl, they have to make both teams shirts in case whoever wins, right?
Oh.
So the losers' shirts get shipped over to the third world. And that's why you see these people wearing shirts that say, like, the Bucks won when the Bucks didn't win or whatever the hell. So those people would be wearing nothing if they weren't getting those clothes. They live in a mutt hut, and they have to get out and drink rancid water and poop in a hole. Something's going to get them soon. So they see us in the West and they're like, God damn, I want to live that. So them coming here is not really the problem. The problem is we have the draw. We have the kind of lifestyle that's going to create people that live to 118. No one's ever going to fucking die. So there is no balance left on this earth. So when I say I want grandma to die, of course I don't want anybody's grandma to die on a personal level. But at the same time, like the woman's father who had the quadruple bypass at 84, man, you've had 84 summers, man. You're like, time is done, bro. You got to get out the way. Move, get out the way, bitch. You know, there are other people coming, and
When you put it that way, 84 summers, fuck that. That ain't a lot. I take that
it's
all
not a lot, but
back.
we don't get a lot. That's just it. We don't get a lot. And if it wasn't even for the basics like sanitation, people would get like 35 or 40. So we're doing great, but we're doing a little too good, right? We're out of balance with nature, and eventually nature's going to shake us off like fucking fleas and water off a dog's back. If people cared about the future of their children and grandchildren, they would see that there needs to be a culling of the human race, because in my opinion, we're not capable of making good decisions when it comes to that, as to when people should breed, when they shouldn't breed, how much they should breed. So that goes to people like Gil Bates, right? Who've sat around and they look at numbers all day and they do whatever. They think big things because they don't have other things to do. And they say to themselves, well, if these people aren't really smart enough to realize what they're doing and they're overpopulating this one ball we live on, maybe we should put something in the water like fluoride, make them all sterile. Maybe we should give them a jabby jab that maybe kills off a few. Maybe we should do things to help kind of nudge nature along and put things in balance, because what's going to happen is all these people, which is the majority of the planet that live in the third world, now have access to see what the first world is really like, and they want that too. So if everybody does that, just imagine the shit show. Now, there's the argument that people make, yeah, but you might be killing the next Einstein. Well, I don't really see many Einsteins. I see stupid people everywhere I look. People like, oh, my baby's so smart. It's drooling like every other kid did at that age. It's not that fucking
My
brilliant.
grandson
Your
and my
grandson is exactly the
granddaughter are
same as everybody
fucking
else's.
smart. My grandson was saying I love you at 2 months old, so fuck that. He is smart.
Okay.
I got video
here's
to prove it.
Here's another thing. Like I have no sympathy, zero, none, nil, for people who die of the fentanyl thing. I don't care that it's coming over the border. I don't care. If you ain't smart enough to know you shouldn't be playing with fentanyl, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, die.
But we shouldn't be messing with babies because we don't know.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, we don't know. But we have to do something. Somebody's got to take a step here. So that's my argument in a nutshell. We are out of phase with nature. We are out of balance. Western civilization has helped in certain areas, but it's only helped for people. It hasn't really helped for many other things. It doesn't. I mean, we got the Clean Water Act, and we got this, and we got but we keep making people. And I think that's a problem. And in some ways, I kind of side with that group of people that's like, yes, you will eat the bugs and you will like it, because if we can't sustain ourselves with food, we're fucked.
But
so
you know what? Those people that are saying that aren't the ones that are going to eat the bugs.
Who cares?
Me, I'm the one that's going to be eating the bugs while that motherfucker's having caviar.
So what? You get to live. You know what I'm saying? I know it sucks. Right? But you get to live.
I don't like alternative, caviar, but I'm fucking eating caviar.
Well, the alternative is there's no more caviar at all, ever. You've killed all the fish that make the caviar. All of them are gone. So you're in your world. You're
Gil
like
Bates's. Everybody
goes or everybody stays.
I'm eating Gil Bates's. I'm eating his caviar.
Okay. All right. I just look, I don't want to eat bugs, and I'm not saying I'm going to eat bugs. I'm not saying I'm not going to fight to have a cow or a chicken and whatever in my backyard if I got to. What I am saying is that when it comes down to it, I don't really give a shit if 5 people are eating fucking better than me. Just like I don't care that they get on private jets and I don't. I don't care, right? But if I get to live my life and live out my life and have a future for the planet, I think that's a pretty good deal. It's going to change. We're going to have to make some changes. I mean, you can look at things like what is it, Lake Mead, where the Hoover Dam is, and you could see the bathtub ring around. How much that thing used to be full of water. Now it's not. We have too many people, and we're doing too much stupid shit in the Western world. I got to have a green lawn in the desert, God damn it, because it's my right as an American to have a green fucking lawn in the desert. So you use water that we, you know what I mean? This is the shit we do. You go to fucking Las Vegas, they got fountains all over the place in the desert. Come on, people. You know.
Well, that water's fucking recycled 97 billion fucking times.
Yeah, but it's still like they gotta use it though. That's what I'm saying. Like, why make a fucking city in the desert where there's no water?
Well, because there was quite a while there where we had shit going on, but then all of a sudden the fucking Democrats came in and fucked it all up.
It's the Democrats' fault, damn it.
What do you mean?
I blame
tonight?
them.
Oh,
Huh?
you mean I see. She's saying at least I'm clear tonight.
Oh, yes. So if anybody wants to come on and take the position that Yank's a big old fucking Marxist hater and wants everybody dead, you know where the link is. You can do. I'm not going to bother going through all the comments and listening to people yell and scream at me because I'm mean. Or even say that I'm right. I don't really care. I'm just posing a question, man. You know, I watched the thing too today. Again, I forget what it was. It was regarding nuclear power. And to me, I've always hated the idea of nuclear power. I know that we got people that love nuclear power and they think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But when things go wrong, things go horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. And we have 110 nuclear reactors in this country, and they're all overdue, outdated. What do? Do you have any idea what it's like when they close down a nuclear reactor? A lot of people don't realize that site is a fucking disaster. It's a disaster area.
I know. I live right down the fucking river from one.
There you go. Yeah. A lot of them, these idiots set them up on fault lines.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Or
yours are probably right near a volcano.
If you don't live on a fault line around here, it's like, it's like Russian roulette. I mean, they're all over underneath here.
Yep. The one in Long Island, there's one, I forget the exact name of it. It has 40 years. Its entire existence worth of spent fuel is in pools at that place, at the reactor site. They haven't even gotten rid of it. And you can't get rid of it. You just go and put it somewhere else for the next, 10,000 years, lock it up somewhere. But it's just crazy. It's just insane. We can't produce enough energy for the whole world to go first world. We can't do it. It's impossible.
Joyful One said, remember their underground resorts?
Whose underground resorts?
Well, if I go back up here, it says they're hiding good water for themselves for their special compounds. You must be talking about our good old Gov.
Gil Bates.
Or Gil Bates, yeah.
Yeah. Indian Point. Yes, that's it. Indian Point. Yeah. We can't make enough. And see, here's the thing too. I don't understand people that are
Rich
like,
people.
the fucking electric cars are just ripping down mountains and caustic fucking sludge pits of, this and that. And it's horrible and you can't recycle, but nuclear energy, cool. Ripping down mountains for aluminum and iron, cool. No problem there. But now we give a fuck because we're ripping down a mountain for lithium. I mean, what the fuck? Makes no difference. This is why I say, like, I would suggest that the idea that these global elites have is not nefarious in the sense that they want to kill us all. What they would technically like to do, and if you take it out to its objective, logical conclusion, it makes sense. The advanced world, the first worlds around here, countries, right, are using too much. It can't sustain a full population of the planet living like we do, let's say. But the planet can sustain a whole lot more people in balance with nature living like the people in the third world do. In other words, yeah, you're going to die of dysentery and you may starve to death and your mud hut is a mud hut and fucking whatever. But you'll be in balance with nature like everything else. So you can have 20 kids. 5 ain't going to make it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I think they probably think, because I've sat and I thought about this all day today, and I'm not that great of a thinker. I'm not saying I'm all that smart. But again, to take it to its logical conclusion, it's not kill everybody. It's kill the idea of the Industrial Revolution and all this shit and the stuff we pump into the air and all the crap that we do. You can't keep it up. You can't keep it up. And the growth rate of people is exponential, and it's getting to be too much. So that's where I sit. Love me or hate me.
Love me or hate me.
And on that note, did I mention this show could be sponsored by Oak and Eden Finished Whiskey? Could.
Where's Fly Crew? No Fly Crew, no Chief.
Wow.
What's
Hey,
missing?
I saw Chief on Strategic Eyes channel in the
Today?
live chat there tonight, just before ours. He was over there. So was Fly Crew, as a matter of fact, I believe. What
Right
the
on.
fuck is going on? Are you hurt, Fly Crew? I haven't called you like in a couple of weeks. Is your feelings hurt? Is that what the problem is? Did you get upset? Are we not friends anymore? Oh, can he?
Did Yank touch you where
Bobby
you
says-
didn't want to be touched, Fly Crew?
Yes. Bobby says Oak and Eden is produced with nuclear energy. That's fair. That is fair. Let's see. What's this? Rooster Cogburn says that volcano in Hawaii put out in 1 hour what all the cars, all the industries put out in an entire year in America. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, nature is nothing to fool with. You can push it off for a while, but when a mass extinction event is going to happen, it's going to happen. And we might want to try to figure out what could cause it. And I think too many people could be one of the things. I think it's pretty sad. You know, I am one of them people that I'm not a big people fan. I am more of an animal fan. I really dislike the fact when I see commercials that we're running out of elephants or giraffes or, you know, the tufted titmouse or whatever the hell's running around my backyard. I don't like to see that, man. That bums me out.
Did you see Did you see what Ann said? So I'm just gonna put it there. I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. But then I'm gonna go off to another one. Then I'm gonna just kind of answer the question, which is I think it already is.
Yep. I agree. As a matter of fact, there was a thing on the news. There was a guy down here in Florida who was a bouncer, right? 40 years old, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, works out. Went to go work at the bar where he's a doorman and got to work, was feeling fine. All of a sudden, 5 days later, he woke up in the ICU at the hospital. Turns out he had a cardiac arrest out of the blue for no reason. Good thing there was a doctor there who also knew how to use the defib paddles on him and worked on him for 90 minutes straight to keep him alive till he got to the hospital. And they don't even want to talk about why he happened to just have this queer event happen to him at 40 years old. But they're telling everybody, you know, it might be a good idea to learn proper CPR. We're recommending everybody learn CPR. Now, why would they be doing that?
Mm-hmm.
So, something to be said.
Yeah.
Questions need to be asked. Joyful one. We better vote to have electric volcanoes. I agree. Like the one on the Brady Bunch. They put the wires together and it's shot out the chocolate milk all over Marsha, and her friends. Mother Nature is pissed, people. I agree, Wasp.
Yep.
You know who started nature preserves, right? It was Europeans that love their own, Rooster Cogburn says. Europeans that love their own. Interesting. I don't know if that's a joke or a truism. California Central Valley could grow plenty of food, but all the people there are taking all the water in California and Nevada. Yeah, I mean, California's having, it's so weird, right? Like all I've been hearing for the last, I don't know how many years is, we've got a drought in California. We've got a drought in California. And then they get like rain and snow. And now we've got a fucking disaster in California. It's like, what the fuck? You guys are never happy, are you?
Look, there's Missy.
Hey, let's get her on.
Hi.
Whoop, I might have kicked her off by accident.
Okay, I'm
No.
putting her back on.
Okay, put her back on.
All right.
Hey,
Missy!
Hi.
hey!
Hey, how
I
are
can't
you,
see you.
darling?
I'm on my phone,
Oh, okay.
and I can't
I'm
see
the guy over
comments.
here. I'm naked.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wanted to say something about the population.
Mhm.
We need sterilization back.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
mean, you have to get a license for everything, every fucking thing, and you don't have to get a license to have fucking kids.
Right.
I agree
And
with
that
you so
pisses
much.
me off because I see so many parents that are raising their kids improperly, and God forbid you say anything about it.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have kids, but it's bullshit.
Mhm.
No,
You know,
wholeheartedly agree, man. I don't know if there should be licensing or I don't
they
want the
should take a
government
fucking
involved
test.
in stuff.
You got to take
Well,
a test to drive. You got to take
Yes.
a test to have a gun.
Well,
You
see,
got
I
to take a
disagree
test
with
for
that.
everything.
Yeah.
And,
I know you have to.
And
Go ahead.
I'm in the medical field, so when you were
Mhm.
saying about putting like for hearts, I worked for a cardiologist for 10 years. And they would put stents and stuff in 85, 90-year-old people. And the guys that are 80 years old, they want Viagra. And they're asking me at the it's like, I got to check with the doctor.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's like, that was the most embarrassing thing I've been asked by a patient.
Mhm.
Mm.
But I've been in the medical field for 30 years doing billing, and I hate patients. I hate them. They're coddled, and they're seriously coddled, and they have attitudes. And I
don't go to the doctor, so see, you don't have to worry about me.
everyone goes to the doctor.
Well, I do have to say, if I like almost cut my finger off, then I go to the doctor. But I don't go to the doctor for anything else.
I work for a dermatologist now, and I've been there a year because I took care of my mother for 3.5 years, and she died last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And my dad died in 2019, and my spouse died in 2016.
I am
And
really
he had
sorry
MS.
to hear that.
He had MS from
Ooh.
2003 to 2016. He was in a wheelchair, motorized. And I
That's
went
a
to
long
work.
haul.
I went to work. I mean, we had a pact that I would drive, go out for 8 hours, and we had pills for him to take to OD on because he didn't want to end up in a nursing home and sucking shit through a straw.
Mhm.
And we believed in Kevorkian,
Yes.
and we did. We put our pets, we kill our pets more humanely than we do humans.
Agreed.
And we had a pact, but I got home and he had flipped his wheelchair upside down, and his phone was in charging. He had no access, so he aspirated, and I found him
Oh,
dead.
boy.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was he was 52, you know,
Mm.
so he died 10 days before his birthday. And then we waked him on his birthday because his sisters wanted that. And his older sister, we didn't have children. I started at 36 to have children. Then he was diagnosed at 38 and he was 2 years older than me. And we went to every fucking seminar in the Northeast, New York, everything, Massachusetts, all over Connecticut, every fucking doctor. Oh, it's environmental, but it could be genetic, but we don't fucking know. It's like, what do you
Right.
fucking know? I'm paying you. And we felt it was genetic, so we didn't have children. And sure as shit, his
Oh.
older sister got it. So,
Wow.
yeah,
So there is a genetic component to MS?
we felt
Has that
it
been
was.
proven out,
And
or is
his
that just your anecdotal?
older sister has a different father, same mother.
Hmm.
2 older siblings have the same father. Then she remarried, and she had my husband, his younger sister. So does it
Oh.
travel on the mother side? Obviously. But she died at 68, you know, and his father
Wow.
died at 69.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, boy, what a,
I think the population is insane. My aunt has been all over the world. She just got back from Iceland. Iceland? Yeah. And she wanted to see the Northern Lights.
oh,
And she
nice.
paid big money for this trip. And there was a couple that said, I'm going to extend my stay for 2 days. They did. And they were there 10 days. And the Northern Lights showed up the day after.
Oh,
And I was
no,
kind
really?
of, she's been everywhere, you know, I mean, everywhere. India, she got sick on the food. And
yeah.
the people, she said the people were just ridiculous, the population.
Yeah.
And so I've heard her stories in, you know, China, India, you know, like you said, the fucking desert. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, seriously, what the fuck are you doing in the desert?
Right. Right.
And then years ago, remember the Live Aid?
Yes.
And the money was all taken.
Yep.
You know, by the government. And we were dropping food.
The
I'm your
best way-
age. I'm your age.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not young.
Right. Could have fooled me.
I'm 56. I'll be 57 this year. So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So I grew up in the 80s and
Mhm.
all the heavy metal music and all that shit.
Yeah. So you've seen the changes in the planet, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
in 1970, there were fucking 3 billion people on this whole fucking planet.
We
In
didn't lock our
52
doors.
years. Yeah,
We
right.
didn't lock our doors. Nothing.
Nope.
My
You
father
could leave the
had guns
keys in
in
your
the
car.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave the keys. I leave my car unlocked, but people don't come down. I have a steep driveway, so when you're
Mhm.
going up it, you see the sky, and you got to go down it. So people don't visit me. I'm not a people person anyway.
No.
You know, I don't want fucking company. Don't knock on my door. Don't call me past 9. You know, it's like,
You're in the right place.
yeah,
See, none
it's
of
like,
us do either. We don't.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I just have I take a little bit of an issue with the I think there's got to
Sorry.
be a better way than a license, let's say, for children.
sorry, I'm smoking a
Because
cigarette.
No, you're fine.
You can
Um,
smoke
I'm
whatever you want.
drinking. That's the only time I smoke.
Oh, good. Me too. Cheers. Salute. I think there's got to be a better way for a license with children. I think, and this goes to an argument I often have with society in general. I think there needs to be more shame, more old-fashioned thinking when it comes to things. You know, like it was never when we were children, it was never okay. A parent never said, "Hey, if you get pregnant, no big deal. We'll help you raise it." You know, there was still that if you got pregnant, you went off somewhere, you had the baby, you came back, and you didn't have a baby. You know what I
Right.
mean?
My grandmother actually was pregnant by another man, and my grandfather married her and raised that child. And
Oh.
yeah, he fell in love with her, and he said, "I'm going to marry her." And
see, go
you
ahead.
know, yeah. So it's But our parents took care of us. They worked 2 jobs. I mean, I was raised middle class. I live in the same town, that I did when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And everything is gone. The farmland, everything. It's all fucking strip malls.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
all eaten up.
sad to see because I went in those fields. I went in the woods and, grew up
Yep.
here. And, other parents of my friends, they could discipline me.
Yes.
That was the world. It's like, they could
That-
hit us, whatever, but they
that
didn't hit us.
The saying that it takes a village to raise a child
Right.
was actually in play back when we were young people. That is not
Exactly.
in play it anymore. You can't say shit to anybody anymore
Oh
about
my
any
God. And
fucking
fucking
thing.
kids in the grocery store having a tantrum. I walk by them and I'm like, I'm so fucking glad I didn't have fucking kids. Seriously.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and you go in, you check your shit out. I was in Stop and Shop today. And I was like, I'm not checking my shit out. They
Right.
can scan it and bag it.
Yep. Well,
You
I
know,
was at Lowe's the other day, and my wife said, "Oh, you want to go to the checkout line or the self checkout line?" I said, "I'm not paying. I'm not getting paid here. They got
Yeah.
a fucking job. They can
Right.
fucking check me out."
And I've been in Stop and Shop. This is years ago, and early in the morning, where all the old people go at that time, and they're standing in one line, and me, big mouth, open another fucking line and do your job. Hey, and it works. It works every time, and no one has the balls to say it. I don't fucking care. My mother was a loudmouth, and she raised me well. In restaurants, I've given 2 cents as a tip.
Oh, that's like the ultimate insult, right?
Oh
2
God,
cents?
a couple of times. A
Oh,
couple of
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
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 And my mother taught me that. If you're not going to give me good service, then I got arrested because I was at the bar, and then we went to a diner. Everyone went there. And I gave the waitress 2 cents the weekend before, and she told the owner, and there was a cop off duty, but he was covering the diner. And the owner asked me to leave. And this is before all my friends came in. I was early. I had left like at 1:30 to get a good seat. And the owner asked me to leave. And when I was walking out, I said, fuck you. And the cop, I was 120 pounds in 6-inch spike heels, a mini skirt on, just barely past
Got a
my
picture?
ass. Yeah, I
Got a
do.
picture?
I do. And
Yeah. Do
he
you have my
slammed
email?
me. He slammed me into the cigarette machine. Remember the cigarette machines where you had to pull?
Mhm.
Mhm.
It threw
Yeah.
me down
Everywhere.
and put handcuffs on me, and then sat me outside until and it was warm enough. He sat me outside until what is the big truck called?
The paddy wagon.
The paddy wagon came. And I got assault on an officer. And those were my charges. And I spent the night in the camp. And
Yep.
all my friends come in, and I take the cuffs and I put them under my body, and so it's in front of me. They get pissed, really pissed. And
Oh, you slipped the cuffs in front? Yeah.
yeah. And then my jacket was falling off. They were behind me at that time. My friends are coming up and fixing my jacket and all that. What the fuck did you do? I assaulted a police officer. So I went in front of the judge. I had $1,000 bail, which was like, I don't know, $100, $100 with a bondman. And I was working as a bartender then at 2 joints and making good money, really good money. I made like $1,500 a week, but it was all under the table, so. And I had to go in front of the judge, and he laughed the cop out of the courtroom. He said, "She assaulted you?" Yeah. So the charges were, didn't hold.
Yeah. Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I'm in Connecticut, by the way.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, Connecticut, nice place.
No, not really. No.
Well,
They're
it used to
fucking
be.
liberal land, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And they put
I
Lamont
worked-
in there again. And I swear it was fucking rigged because I know so many Republicans and I live in a Republican town. And
Uh-huh.
Lamont he's like, oh yeah, we're going to like give you everything. Our roads suck, everything. It's just, I don't know, ridiculous. And he gave raises to all state employees. And that's including the cops.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And my
Get
younger
ready to pay
brother's a
more in
cop.
taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait
my
till
younger
your
brother's a cop.
taxes. I swear,
wait
as
until
the
I
year,
do. The taxes are going to be down this year for your income tax.
well,
Really?
I
You're
think
gonna-
as
Go
this
ahead.
year goes on, as the paycheck, as the quarters come through, people are going to start to see more and more out of their taxes. Like they're not going to do it all at once at the beginning of the year. They're going to do it over each quarter, kind of. That way they slowly take, and by the end of the year, I think half your fucking paycheck's going to be gone.
Oh, half of mine is gone. I'm single.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
have to
It'll be
file
worse.
single.
So
I
half
mean,
of that.
they take out like $500 or $600 every 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's just income tax. That's not the state tax
Mm-hmm.
and all the other fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, I'm glad that I own an oil well and I don't have to worry about none of this
you
shit.
got an oil well down in Florida.
What was I going to say? I worked in Wilton, Connecticut one time in a nice house.
That's
And-
upstate. Yeah,
Upstate
higher up.
Connecticut?
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I'm on the 84 corridor. So we
Okay.
get like not the heavy snow
Mhm.
unless it's really heavy. We're getting 1 to 3, but we're getting heavy rains after that. So my car is parked in the driveway.
Ah,
I don't walk 50 steps up.
yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I
With
went to
knees.
a Dunkin' Donuts, that house that I was working on. I went to the Dunkin' Donuts in Wilton, Connecticut, and I was standing there and I felt, there was a line, and I don't know, I was maybe third in line, and there were people kind of at the door behind me. And I remember seeing the faces of the people pouring the coffees, and they were smiling. And I thought they were smiling at me for some reason because I'm an egotistical maniac. I always think it's me, right? So I'm smiling back. Hey, how are you? Hey, how's it going? And then I noticed they weren't. So I just happened to think, well, maybe it's someone behind me. I turn around, I look, I shit you not. It was Paul Newman and his wife.
yeah.
What was his wife's name? Joanne Woodward or something like that.
Yeah,
Both of them
yeah,
were right behind
they were
me.
married for years. Yeah.
Yeah. But
My
they lived
husband
in
filled
Connecticut.
filled his gas up in Southbury, a town
No
over
shit.
from me. Yeah, when he was young. He was
Yep.
18.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
wild. That's wild when you run into somebody like that. It's like, holy shit.
I never have though. I never
No?
have. Yeah.
I've been lucky. I've run into quite a few famous people like that. Just weird stuff.
Who
But
else?
yeah.
Who else? Who else have you run into?
Elvira, Cassandra Peterson. I ran into her. I've ran into a few WWF wrestlers.
I used to go to the wrestling matches.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We were big into it. Yeah.
Jesus, who the fuck else have I met? I know there's more. No, like, well, Paul Newman, super duper A-lister, but no other real A-lister people. Just weird bands. I used to run into some bands because they would come through do the Great Woods tour, and you'd run into them at local bars. Shit. I can't remember. I've been drinking too, so I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll come up with a list and I'll tell you again next
I
time.
don't need a list. I believe you.
Okay. But yeah, I've just kind of been in right places, right times, and I never bother them. You know what I mean? It's just I've seen them, or I'll say, "Hey, how are you? Nice, good to see you."
Oh, I would
whatever.
bother them. I'd be up
No.
in their face, man. The
I
only
can't
person
imagine.
that I've ever met is Warren Moon, and they were playing the Patriots.
Hmm.
So I've got quite a few autographs from the Oilers at that time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Then they went to Tennessee.
I did at Foxwood Stadium. I did set up the chairs at the stadium for the a U2 concert, and I can't remember the exact concert name, but we got to meet the band. That was kind of
That's
cool.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but man, I'll tell you, I never did it again. The guy wanted to give me a job to do that regularly and just travel around setting up stages and shit and the
That's
chairs.
a hard job.
Well,
That's a hard job.
Fuck that. Yeah. Because you get
Yeah.
there like early in the morning, you set up 10,000, whatever, how many chairs or whatever it is, and then you got to stay after the concert and put them all away.
Fuck that. Yeah, most definitely.
And it definitely wasn't worth it what they were paying. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad you came on.
Yeah,
I really am.
I'm tired.
always
I
glad.
work 7:30 to 5, and I get a half-hour lunch. So, and I haven't eaten.
Oh, well, you better go eat. You're drinking. You got to
Yeah.
eat something.
That's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have kibasi and sauerkraut in the crock pot.
Oh,
I'll get to it.
Nice.
That's funny.
How's
That's
the weather
exactly
there in
what.
Connecticut? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gutter.
That's exactly what we're having tonight.
Really?
Yes.
But
It's
you're
nice.
like on dinner time. I'm
Yeah.
at like 9:30.
Yep, you're late. Huh.
Yeah, you are late.
But we don't have work tomorrow. Everyone canceled today.
So what are your thoughts? Let me get your thoughts as quick as you can to try to sum it up in so far as the population and what I said as far as it's not the third world that's the problem, it's the first world that's
Yeah, it's
causing
us.
all the problem. Okay.
It's us. And
Okay.
the migration of all these fuckers. Seriously,
Yeah.
on tax, on my dime, your dime,
Mm-hmm.
Gutter's, her dime, everyone's dime.
Yep.
It's bullshit.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I have to
Agreed.
pay for insurance. So, it's like they get free insurance, they get housing,
Yeah.
they get food
Yeah, all
stamps, everything.
Yep.
I
That is
watch
true.
the first responders and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I love them guys.
Yeah, I do too.
You watch the first responders? What's that?
You know,
You gave me the link.
remember, Yank?
Oh,
First
yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was like a TV show, but yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's a good stream.
They're long though. They're like sometimes 2-3 hours. It's like, man.
Yeah. Always watch them after they're done and at like 1.5 times or 2 times speed.
Right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I
have
do with
to
a
do
lot
that
of
with
stuff.
Rick. I'll have to do
Well,
that with Rick.
Yeah, I have to do that with Rick as well because
But he's deleting his lives.
yeah, he's been doing that lately. I don't know. He gets embarrassed when he has a couple of drinks. Me, I think I'm doing pretty good. I get a little buzz and I'm good,
Mhm.
Yeah. Or he deletes his lives when, people
Yeah,
get on
it's out
there.
of hand. Yeah.
People get on there and, show their titties.
Start texting in all caps.
What happened with Tuppy and you? Because I was yelling at her for you.
I typed in caps and she said I was looking for attention and
That's
and-
right. That's right. Yeah.
and that was just enough to so I gave her attention. I guess I wasn't supposed to.
And then you blocked her, right? So you couldn't see her?
No, she blocked me. I didn't block her.
Oh my God. And then she
was
couldn't
like,
figure
how
out.
do I unblock her? From
Yeah.
what everybody was saying. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. Don't block me, and you wouldn't
Mhm.
have to worry about how
Okay,
to unblock me.
I gotta look for Rooster's comments here. He says
He
he's
said-
living it. I had to drive to Nevada and spend my California money for something. The voters decided I can't buy in California anymore. Yeah, I'm a little pissed. Okay.
What?
He can't buy? Like, what? Buy what? A house?
I had to drive to
Yeah.
Nevada and spend my California money for something the voters decided I can't buy in California anymore. Yeah, I'm a little pissed. I'm guessing it comes with a magazine.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
I was thinking that either that or
I-
a pipe. I wasn't sure which way they were going.
Oh, that could be that too.
Where's Bobby? Why isn't he
There's
coming
no
on?
denying why California
He
is.
said he was coming on
don't
in a
know.
minute.
He's
Now
late.
I read my other
This-
comments about the voters. He said, now read his other comments about the voters.
California voters voted away flavored tobacco. Refer back to my last post. Okay. Oh, that's right. I did
Refer.
hear that. Yeah, flavored tobacco, like cool cigarettes or menthol cigarettes. They're trying to do it with this is considered an aromatic cigar, so it is flavored. Yeah, they're having issues. They're trying to make those illegal. It's
The
so
wraps
stupid.
they sell are really cool for weed. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I do edibles. I can't smoke. It's too harsh. But
Mhm.
you don't need a medical marijuana card in Connecticut anymore. You can go
Really?
to dispensary and just buy because they made it legal. But then come January, they put restrictions that if heavy smoke is coming out of the car when you're driving, it's suspicious and the cops can pull you over and do a drug test on you right there and then.
That's such bullshit. 'Cause
And
that could
now
use
today they put more laws into effect. I haven't read it yet because I was on Jamie's live. Then I came on here, and then I was on Strategic's live. So it was just like everything was blending. That's why I look like shit.
Right.
I look tired.
I wouldn't say that. I think
She's
all
like,
our women
"Well,
look
I
great. Don't you
am."
think so, Bobby?
There's Bobby.
Hey.
What you got
What's
to
up,
say, Bob?
dude?
What don't I have to say? Hold on, let me make sure. my
I
headphones are on.
know. I like your information. It's
I'm gonna
fucking hair, man.
echo for the moment.
I know
What
it's
happened?
brutal. Mine is wicked.
Oh my God.
What
It's a
happened?
pain in the ass. I like your color.
Whose
I
color?
haven't colored my hair in like 3 years. It's
Oh.
like I haven't had a
to-
cut in like a year. My best friend is a hairdresser. It's like, can
I
you
do
fucking cut my hair?
own, and it's a box Nutris or whatever that is, and it's BR2, and
Yeah.
it's my fave.
I've
That's the
tried to dye
beautiful-
my hair. I need 2 boxes because it's so fucking long. So
That's
I
how
have
my
her do
daughter
it.
is.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Will you
red in
stop
my hair.
teasing us like this? Stop talking about how sexy you two girls are and all this stuff. You gotta talk back about the bad shit. What's
What do
up,
you got-
Bobby?
Bobby,
What's up?
Not
How's
so
my
much,
mic
brother.
volume?
Good.
it's good.
Good? That's good.
Hmm?
I don't want to. I
You're
always sound like
good.
I'm
You're
screaming into
good.
the-
You're good.
What's going on? Welcome to the show, Missy. What's up, boss?
Thanks.
Nothing much, brother. Glad you're here.
I actually just finished eating chicken palm. Yeah, me too.
Nice.
Glad I'm not grandma.
No shit.
And end
They
your
could
ass.
be whacking your
You know what
ass.
he's not. What he's not telling you is he really just hates butterscotch and those little strawberry candies you can't fucking find anywhere. I don't know where they get them from.
Love
It's the
butter.
Grandma always had
Werther's.
those strawberry
Werther's
candies.
originals
I don't
drive
know
me
where to
crazy.
I hate
That's really
butterscotch,
what
but
it drives
Werther's
them nuts.
makes a hard candy that's caramel. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the soft center,
I
all
like
the way
those.
home.
Those are good.
Yeah.
It all sounds good to me. As long as it doesn't have
All real men
hazelnut in
are
it,
thirsty.
I'm good.
You hate. I don't like Nutella, but I like hazelnut.
I can't do
Oh.
hazelnut.
Nutella
The
is-
aftertaste, like 3. Ugh, I just can't do it.
How about, and this is a Northeast thing, I think. How about apple butter?
Yeah, I'm not big on it.
Me
is that?
neither.
I
Ugh.
tried it. Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
not
heard
big
of
on
it.
syrup.
I've never even heard of it.
Give me
Homemade syrup. I like, Aunt Jemima's or
fuck that. Give me
Mrs.
You like that high
Butterworth's.
fructose
Yeah.
corn
Mrs.
syrup?
Butterworth.
I like that corn syrup. Yeah,
I don't.
I was raised on regular. I
how
lived in
Miss
New Hampshire
Butterworth
for a
managed to
couple of
keep her
years.
Figure all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that woman really kept her figure all these years.
She
It's
sure
pretty
did.
I
impressive.
know. I
did.
heard. I saw you
love
saying
pure
that.
maple syrup. But pure
I
maple
hate it.
syrup is oh my god, it's the best, and it's good for
Oh my
you.
God, I was
It's
It is
raised
good.
on
It's natural. You know.
it. It's not good. I don't like it. I lived in New Hampshire from 8 to 11, and my parents had a restaurant in Mount Sunapee
Mm.
at the bottom of it. So, and
Used
they
to
had
go
a
skiing there
partner,
a lot.
and the partner ripped them off. It was a restaurant and lounge,
Mm.
and there was nothing up there. They had
Yeah.
Lake Sunapee and they had Mount Sunapee. I learned how to ski up there. It was
That's where I
through
learned how to
school.
ski.
It was through
Sunapee.
school,
Yeah.
and it was
Nice.
free.
Nice. So, Bobby, I'm curious. I know you're holding back.
Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry, I'm talking.
No. I know Bobby's holding back.
I'm gonna be a regular. I'm gonna be a regular, like what normal people do when they come on. I usually just come on, scream for an hour, and then say goodnight. That's why they made me a rant ticker. But not tonight. Not tonight. I'm relaxed a bit. I just ate some chicken parmesan. I'm not gonna get too excited just yet. Oh, there's a lot. I got a whole fucking notepad here with that last this was a great conversation tonight, and that's why I want to just sit and let it flow, because it was good. It was good, because but Black Sheep is reminding me, Yank, gotta get on the fucking Discord, bro.
Never happened.
It's like a good old school
what is
AOL
Discord?
chat room. And it's us. We don't get, you can say whatever you want, and it's just us friends. It's not like you get on Facebook and it's a bunch
it's
of
like a
dumb
private
shit.
chat,
It's literally
like-
just all of us.
Yeah, kind of. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I
and
know
we
is it's
don't- we
another
don't
thing
need
I
to
got to
worry
add into
about,
my.
like being banned.
Go ahead.
No, you
Well,
don't have to add
like,
it
for
in
instance-
anywhere, Yank.
Yeah, I do. I need a
No.
password
We've-
or some fucking thing.
We got
I don't
Gutter
fucking
Girl
need
on
another
it,
headache.
and it's awesome. It's like it's
You don't, but
basically a
you don't have to have
24/7
an
AOL
app.
chat room with all of us. It's like a big group chat, but we could also share pictures, this and that, and
You have to
like
download
even
the
tonight,
app.
I made a
No,
Can you
on
share
a phone
non-safe for
maybe.
work?
I don't know. It's 100%.
I'm always on my
Share
I'll
phone.
make
work
a
pictures?
special. That's something you'd want to do in the meme cafe. I don't know if you watched
Okay.
that little video I did, the last live.
I did.
With
Yeah, I
the
did.
different text channels.
I did.
So I can
But
make
you
one
can do
for
it
that.
all.
Like, I'll
Here's-
put not safe for work. Well, we'll make it the gutter room.
okay,
in
but
the gutter,
fine.
I'll call it.
Whoa.
Julie, are you on it?
I just got on. I
Yeah,
fucking
we got
hate
her in.
Discord.
And it's fun.
What do you
It
hate
was
about it?
fun. You had a blast.
Because it banned
It's
me
tough
the
to
last time
navigate.
I was on it, and somebody else's they banned me. Imagine that. But
Well, they banned you from their
Fuck
server,
is my
not
favorite
from the
word,
app.
so I use it a lot.
so,
Nice.
but here's the deal.
I could ban you from a server. You didn't get banned
But-
from the app.
No, I
Just
got
that
banned from
server?
whoever's Discord I was in. Once was enough for me. Okay, here's the deal though. Listen, what kept me there?
You just blocked Tuppy. Okay. I'm
I
listening.
didn't fucking
Tuppy
block
blocked you.
her.
I'm sorry.
She blocked.
Jesus
Puppy blocked
Christ.
her.
My fucking ears.
Sorry. Turn it down a little bit.
I'm gonna have to. Whoa.
I'm loud.
No, I
Sorry.
heard you blocked Tuppy. That's what I heard. I'm not.
That's what
getting in
I
the middle of
thought. That's
this.
why I was asking.
Let me just
Skirt
tell you
fight.
that I didn't fucking block Tuppy. Tuppy blocked me. Thank you very fucking much.
Well, I don't know
That's
what you're
kind of
thinking me
fucked
for.
up,
I'm
'cause
just
she's
saying-
a regular.
I
That
didn't do
real
anything for
fucking
you.
clear right now. And if you looked in the fucking comments, everybody was saying, or Tuppy, everybody was answering her and telling her, I don't know how you have to unblock her. You have to wait until you get off the live. That wasn't me fucking blocking her.
Yeah, that's
she
true.
fucking blocked me.
And I told her off
wasn't even
too in caps.
there. I'm stirring shit up. Woo!
It's
we got
because
you
Gutter
got
Girls.
me fucking going. Shut
I
the
You
didn't
were
fuck
do
in
up.
caps.
I
And,
didn't do
and
it.
she had a problem and you needed attention. 'Cause it
I
was all in
actually didn't
caps.
know what was going on because you all started this together.
I
That one
was
took me
sitting
by
there,
surprise.
I
to
don't
hear
know.
you guys even got
That don't get,
into
you
it.
don't get to tell me not to write
Say
in
something.
fucking caps.
I write in caps a
Not
lot.
on any motherfucking day.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm a
Well,
grown ass
fine.
woman.
Hey, Gigi.
Oh, I type all caps sometimes.
Gigi.
That's when you know it's a good
David
post.
S wants to know why you blocked her. Yeah. David S wants to know why you blocked her, Gigi.
I'm hiding.
Who?
Where'd you go?
I know, right?
What's he doing?
I'm not. Bobby has left
He's
the
hiding.
chat.
He's hiding.
Yeah, Bobby left the chat for a minute.
You fucking
Right.
pissed me off.
Smart
I didn't
move.
fucking
Smart
block
move.
her. She fucking blocked me.
I had no idea
Yes,
any of
he
this
did.
happened. I'm asking questions. Yeah, obviously still upset about it. So we'll move on from that.
Yeah, probably good
You
idea.
and Tuppy getting in a fight. Yank wants to fucking kill grandma. I don't. What is going on? 2023 is.
Yeah, people are living way too
Going-
long. But like Gunnar said,
agree,
if
Missy.
I was
They really
80,
are.
I'd want to live.
Hold my beer.
I agree.
You know, if
know,
I get to the
Gunnar
point where
said
my
to me, we
quality
were
of
having-
life ain't there, take me out.
What's that?
I could agree with that. I said if I get to the point where I'm not enjoying, like, there's no quality of life, pull the fucking
Right.
plug and save the money. You know what I mean? I could
Yeah,
understand
well,
that.
but they don't
how about
because
the
the
example-
insurance companies make big fucking money and drug companies. That's what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all about.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, how about the example that I offered of the 84-year-old man who just got done quadruple bypass surgery?
Yeah. It's
I'm
insane.
sorry. You're
Yeah.
good. You're done.
Can he
bud.
afford to? If he's getting it done and paying for it, if it's
He
not
has
on your
Medicare and
dime,
he has
that's
probably
his
has
right.
Medicare and a
It's the right to
supplement.
life.
Here's the thing.
Secondary.
Here's the thing with that, right? Now, just because he can pay for it doesn't mean someone else isn't paying for it. And I'll tell you who's paying for it. Gigi's grandson. Right? The younger people are paying for it because all these old fucks won't lay down.
Well, Medicare is
part of the
screwed.
reason-
I mean,
that's part of the
we'll
reason-
probably get it. Bobby, I don't know. Because will
What-
it be empty at that time? Medicare.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well,
I'll get it because
probably
I'm
not,
pretty
because that's
close
why
to
they're
it.
importing. That's why they're importing all these people. That's part of the argument is that
Oh,
the replacement birth rates
Social
aren't enough
Security
in the
money.
United States to
Yeah.
help take care of the older population with taxes paid by the younger population to fund Medicare and Social Security. So that's part of the argument why there's so many people coming in, because we're not having enough babies.
You know, that
apparently.
sounds-
When I say they're living too fucking long. There's no reason that someone should
sounds a
work
lot like
30 years,
replacement theory,
retire,
though.
and live another 30 fucking years.
Right. Like you said,
Whoa,
people only live to be
whoa.
okay.
Whoa.
All right.
You live and work for 30 years and you retire, and then you get to live another 30 years. That's what the fuck you work for, to retire and enjoy
Yeah,
your
but I'm
life.
saying
You
the
work
Medicare
hard when
won't
you're
be there
young.
because
What the hell's
it's
the whole point? Who the hell's gonna go to work then? We're gonna off you when you retire. Forget about it, Gramps. Fuck out of here. Once you're done
No,
working,
because
yeah,
how
that
it's
sounds
supposed
kind of
to, how it was
communist.
set up. No. How it was set up was you were supposed to be burnt out by the time you retired. Burnt
Right.
out in a chair, relaxing, doing nothing.
Right.
You got these people reverse mortgaging their houses, buying
Yep.
an RV, and cruising around the fucking country with their bright pearly whites and new
Good
knees
for them.
and fucking quadruple
Good for them.
bypasses. No, not good for
So
them because
what?
they do that shit for 30 years. And who's going to pay for their 30 years of lifestyle?
So
it ain't
what?
them. It ain't them. It's the 10 other people behind them working.
Maybe they got a good retirement package. I'll tell you,
Nah,
the
they
people
don't.
living off Social
They
Security
don't.
ain't buying an
No, they
RV
don't.
and they ain't driving
Yeah,
around
whoa,
the
whoa,
fucking
whoa. Wait,
country.
Yank,
No,
Yank.
not the
So,
middle
Yeah.
class.
Yank.
Yes. Go ahead.
If good old Big Bro came knocking at the door
Marv retires. You're talking
and
about.
said, "You're
You're talking
retired.
about. Gotta go right now.
You're retired, and you're the one that's gotta come get your head chopped off." Are you okay with that?
I'm no. See, because you're making the distinction that I got to come and get my head chopped off, or I want these people to go in self-extermination units somewhere and have things done. No, what I'm saying is we don't give them all this extra shit to have them live to 105 years old, like quadruple bypasses on an 84-year-old.
Well, my dad
So-
was 80 and they found cancer all the way through him. And he wanted chemo. He was in the hospital for 10 days, or 8 days. And he got the port put in. I told the nurse the night before, I said, don't do it. And he wanted longer time with his grandchildren. And
Mm.
I said, he's going to die of respiratory failure. Sure as shit. The next day he died at 1:00. Respiratory
Wow.
failure. And I told the nurse, and I had a big argument.
argument.
And it's like, you grasp at the last straw at that age.
Yes.
And when you get to that age, you will.
Maybe.
I
Now,
mean-
see, Gutter and I were talking a little bit earlier before the show, and we were talking about this, and she made mention of my father, right? And would do, if it was my father's time, I'd be upset, blah blah blah. And of course, who's not going to be upset at their loved one passing away? But I can tell you that my father is the kind of guy that's like, when my time's up, my time's up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I punched my
'Cause he-
ticket.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I've been
I'm
there.
I'm
I've done
under orders
everything.
from
I've
my
lived my
mother to
life.
do the
I'm
same
out.
thing.
I'm out. Peace. What's that,
Yeah.
Bob?
My mother made. I said my mother put me under orders like that too. She said, "Bob, if it's ever one of those things, I'm just living off a machine as a fucking vegetable. You pull that plug."
Yeah, see, my
She's like,
mother
"Don't keep
is the
me alive
exact
like that."
opposite from my father. My mother said to me, because I'm trying to get her to make her final arrangements and everything, and just in case, you know what I mean? I'm not hoping anything, but just in case. And I said to her, I said, well, Ma, let
No,
me
you got
ask
to
you
plan for
if
that. That's tough to scramble
yeah,
with.
yeah. So I asked her, I said, Ma,
I've
if
been
ever
through
you
that.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden had a stroke or something and you were put on life support machines, how long am I supposed to leave you on life support? And she's like, well, until I wake up, because I don't want to go anywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, how fucking selfish, because that just means it's a fucking bill for me and all the pain in the ass that comes with it. And you may not even fucking wake up. I said, I'm sorry, but like, I'll give you a certain amount of time, but I'm not 12 years and she's been asleep. You know, she's going to come around any day now. No, I'm sorry. Not going to happen. So
Well, I think that's different than, because, I mean, I think, first of all, I think there needs to be a kind of an individual basis instead of this.
Mhm.
All right, nope. Today's your 84th birthday, and anything after today, your ass is on your own, motherfucker, because we ain't giving you no help. I think that might be just a bit,
it
See,
might be.
now,
Yes, you're
now
right.
this
It might be.
this
ahead, Bob.
this leads me to a quick point, if I may, before it gets too far off. But Missy had mentioned that he wanted to spend more time with his grandkids, and we're talking about world population and having kids. And this reminds me of a post that I put up today about people not having kids or putting off having kids in time is right. And basically, like for me right now, I'm single and I'm restarting shit, so I'm not jumping into anyone's pants to have a child at this very moment. But a lot of people that I ask them sometimes, they're young, 28, got a fucking job, their girl, their place, and they got these excuses for me from the outside looking in. I'm like, bro, you're golden to have kids right now, like do it now. And I always mention to them, and most of the people, except for maybe one or two I've ever said this to, they was like, I've never thought about it that way. When you put off kids, you're having kids later in life, obviously. You hope you're still young enough to be able to kick your 15-year-old's ass and keep them in line, but you get to enjoy them and grow up, watch them become adults. Who you're stealing time from is your grandchildren. I know I was devastated when my grandmother passed away, and he wanted to spend more time with his grandchildren. So have kids younger and give as much time as you can to your grandchildren. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking from them. Their grandma's going to die sooner in their life. You know what I mean? Maybe not right away. Well, unless Yank's around, he might take her out real quick. Oh, your grandma? Yeah, all right. Out back.
I
You
had
see that
kids at
pasture over there?
18. I couldn't start much
see?
younger.
Yeah, my mother did too.
And hey, Amanda, and you're gonna have a nice long
Amanda.
time with your grandkids. They're gonna know grandma.
My
But they're
mother's
robbing,
mother.
and they look at me. They go, "I didn't think about that." I'm like, "Yeah, think about the amount of time you're gonna get to spend with your grandkids." I'm like, they're gonna love you, and that's gonna be the fun child to raise because you give them back at the end of the day. And that's it. Just a lot of people didn't think about it. It takes you out of the equation. It paints a different picture because now it's not about you. It's about your future grandkids. Because then you're learning that you're building a family and generations. And
well,
it,
that's part of my
and I would say
argument
just
as
to
well.
close that point. That's our whole point in being here.
Yeah,
is to
well,
procreate.
that's part of
You think
what
so?
I'm saying as well. It's easy to say what I'm saying because I'm dispassionately saying it from a 30,000-foot view. When it's personal and it's your parents or your grandparents or your children or you, things are a little different. But that doesn't change the fact that still what's probably best is what you don't want to talk about and what's uncomfortable, right? I think David S. said, when I get to be 84, I'll be screaming to save my ass. I'm sorry, no, I won't, right? I'm in my 50s. I've lived a good life. I've lived a very busy life. If I skid in on my face in the next couple of years, oh well.
Oh, fuck that.
You,
No
you
way.
know?
better not go nowhere. I'll come down
No,
there.
no,
give you a
I'm just
fucking-
saying,
I'll plug
in
in
the
your life
grand
support.
scheme and the history of human
We love you,
beings,
yeah.
my life is
get it.
fucking. I'm old.
Are you
I'm old.
retired? Are you
Are you
retired?
out of your
Yeah, I'm also
fucking
retarded.
rabbit-ass mind?
You're
But-
not
No,
old. You're not
retired.
old. You're not old. I wouldn't put you in the old category. You're finally old enough to know how to enjoy life and have gone
Yeah.
through the trials,
Well,
tribulations, and did all the grunt work as a
Listen,
kid.
if we
now
if
you
we
get to
went,
sit back and retire, you son of a bitch.
no,
and-
if we
and
went back to
relax and
third
enjoy
world
life.
living, if we
I
went
could
back to
retire in 5
third world
years.
living, I'm old. If we went back to third world living, I cannot hunt with the young guys.
Right.
I can't
You don't need
fucking
to.
do all the shit that I should be doing. I'm old. And my time is probably just
You-
about up. Some disease, at
Yeah.
this age, immune
You're an
systems wear
OG.
down, body breaks
Yep.
down. It happens, right? That's all I'm saying.
Or an animal
So-
takes you out.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the fact, and that's nature's cruel reality, right? Nature is dispassionate, doesn't give a shit, but it's always trying to seek balance. If new people are coming in, older people got to go out that had their time in the sun. I've
Right.
had my time in the sun.
There
I'm
was a cycle.
dispassionate about it.
There was a cycle. My mother's mother lived to be 98. And, she had dementia the last 8 years. But my mother had a stroke April 4th, 2018. And I had to pay 30 grand cash to the nursing home to get her out, to get her home. And then they're billing me, because I was power of attorney, they're billing me 12 grand. I call them up and say, you're not getting a fucking dime. Fuck you.
Mm,
Put a lien
Yeah.
on the house. I don't give a shit.
right.
And my mother asked me to kill her like 3 or 4 times.
Boy, that's tough.
And the last year that she was alive, she was filled with cancer. They found cancer in her liver. And
Mm,
we couldn't do chemo because she was always in a bed, and we didn't want her, if she got sick, she would aspirate.
yeah.
So, I mean, having your mother ask you to kill her, it's like, I
That's
can't
a-
do that. You're my best friend.
Yeah, it's a toughie. Ann Howcroft in the chat said she had to pull the plug on her husband.
That's
tough,
hard.
man. That's
That's tough.
horrible. And I have great sympathy when I hear people say these
Yep.
stories and tell me these things. And I don't mean to, because I know it's very triggering to people to say the things that I say sometimes. And I don't
Yes.
mean it.
And
in-
that-
it's like,
that's the
it's like-
point I was going to bring up.
Like you don't have any empathy. Yeah.
yeah. And that's
Right.
not true at all.
No.
I'm stating a fact that is
Are
just
your parents
very
alive? Are your
fucking-
parents alive?
Yeah, both my parents are still alive. Yes.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
I am. Yep, they're both healthy. They're
Now-
both doing all right.
This
But at the same time, if they get sick, if something happens, neither one of them is well off. You know what I mean? So I could be looking at some serious financial debt that I may have to take on, or into my life, my house. I may have to take care of, and the same with my wife, the same with her parents. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, well, nature sometimes, if you have the keel over boop and you turn off like a switch, that's a good thing. Versus, unfortunately, get sick and linger. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's hard for everybody around
It
you.
is
That's tough
suffering,
on
too.
them.
My husband had MS for 13 years.
Yeah,
and
you
I
were saying that.
and I was the breadwinner. I mean, he got Social Security, and he was a boss in a steel manufacturing place. They made Gillette razors, the steel for it. And he was a boss, so he
Yep.
made good money in the 90s. So he had a nice Social Security, and that's what I'm going to tap into at 62. Is his,
Good.
but
Good.
it's, I mean, he the last from 38 to 52, they said it was relapsing remitting MS, and it was primary progressive. He went from a cane to 2 canes to a walker to a wheelchair to a powered wheelchair,
Mm,
and
yeah.
it's the doctors are all full of shit and looking to make money. Doctors are keeping people alive longer with medication,
oh yeah,
and
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I've seen it.
good for business.
It's oh yeah, it's great.
And that is in
And
the inherent problem
they-
with Western civilization and the technological terror we've created.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
live
let me
more
take this
like
down
the
a
third
rabbit
world,
hole.
it's called
But our
naturally.
generation didn't have a lot of kids, I don't think. All my friends have like one kid. My younger
Yeah,
brother has 4. They were trying for a boy on their last time. They have 2 girls, and they were trying for a boy, and she got pregnant with twins.
Hmm,
So, I mean, he's a cop, and she has a high-profile job. So, she's the breadwinner.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say something here. I saw that Chief said y'all are angels of death. I saw in here somewhere. And let me ask a question to anybody who's feeling a little awkward about what I am roundabout saying. Of all the people
I don't.
that you are thinking
I'm
about,
making discussion.
okay. When it comes
We're
to
gonna
the
explore
people
this.
that you are going, ugh, you get the cringies about when I talk about their death or something like that. Did they do anything miraculous in this world, or are they just another fucking person? If they're just another person, then why are we so passionate about them? It's just because of our personal anecdotal situations with them, right? Like I could say,
Well, no.
look, I love my father, right? But my father never did anything.
I haven't done anything miraculously in my
neither.
life.
Me neither. I've never fucking done anything
maybe
fucking
not
magnificent.
to you. You did something miraculous for me. You got
I
me
don't give a
in
fuck
here.
if you
You got me
didn't.
back
I
into
don't give
YouTube.
a fuck.
You guys were inspirations.
What does it matter if you
guys
have?
were
Why do you have to
inspirations
do
to
something
me.
miraculous? Did I
So
come
maybe
in
not in your
something
world, but to
different?
me, you had me and you had a very deep conversation on the phone a little while
Yep.
back, and it changed
Yep.
my perspective about how I'm approaching a certain situation.
Good.
Yeah, that was
Good.
the life decision.
Mhm.
You've done a lot of miraculous things. You've been a big brother and an inspiration to me. At least I
Well,
could say
I
that.
appreciate
you know?
that. I appreciate
So
that, but I'm
always
just
think
saying that
about those things.
if I wasn't here, the
I'm
world
yelling
would
in the
keep on
mic.
spinning. You know?
Well, that could go for
If-
anybody. You know,
For
well-
that could go for anybody.
absolutely anybody.
Yes, but there
Yeah.
are degrees in people. I believe there's degrees in people. You know what I mean? There are some people that are just
Well, rapists and pedophiles. We can
Ah.
start there.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
That's
start
an easy
there.
one.
Then we could
How about
then
Yeah.
we could go to special needs people. We
Well-
could go to, all kinds of things.
Depends. I don't
Well,
think so.
we have Southbury
Rapists and
Training
pedophiles
School.
are different.
Southbury Training
Those
School
are
was
easy.
the jamming place when I was growing up, and everyone got their state jobs, great benefits, and it was full. It was packed, and it's a massive, massive campus of buildings and there were a few Hollywood stars that dropped their kids off there because they
Wow.
didn't want the hassle. And
kidding?
Well, I worked in a lot of the places. This is in the Northeast where there's a ton of facilities. You're
it's
talking about
and they released
they
them
have
all.
facilities. Yeah.
They released them and put
It's-
them in group homes,
Astonishing.
Yeah.
and then they leave, and then they're homeless and drug addicts and living on the green in the city over.
Yank, let me
Oh.
tell you, up here, the
Yeah.
people around here are blind to how many special needs people there are. It's
Because it's a regular
insane.
house. You don't know.
Yeah.
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 Something's
Have you
causing
ever-
it, and
have-
it's
let me ask you a
food
question.
and wireless technology and radio technology and mostly food. The food is and things that we're being exposed to. That's my opinion. Go to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
No, what are you
No,
saying,
that-
Bobby? What do you mean the
No,
food?
that's actually a good point, Bobby. And I agree that that's probably what they're doing to offset the natural. Like Gutter was kind of using those things like our food is poison, our
is.
our world is poison.
It's 100%.
Yeah. And all of that might be by design, and it might be by design by the intelligent people on this planet, or the quote unquote intelligent, that they're culling the herd because we're not smart enough to go, well, my name's Billy Bob Joe, and this is Bobby Sue, my cousin, and we're gonna go make 15 babies.
Well,
We're
let
not
me
smart
let me
enough.
trigger Gutter again real quick. With that statement, let me trigger Gutter again. It
Oh,
was
Jesus.
literally written in stone, the Georgia Guidestones, of a population of 500
Yes.
million by by 2030, the Agenda 2030. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe their plan wasn't moving along fast enough. So everybody,
wasn't.
I remember a time when everybody died non-suddenly. Back in my day, people died non-suddenly. People have been dying suddenly for a long time.
Yes.
And honestly, it's nothing new. So you have to actually look at the data and link it, and because the way they've skewed and murked the water, though they specifically made sure that this information about this was so fucked up and back and forth and the flip flops. Everybody's confused and you can't trust any of the data. Not right now. There's a few people coming out, and now that Twitter's opened up, you're getting to see the shit behind it. Why are they saying every 4 months? Now you're getting a booster every 4 months. Remember when we said that was conspiracy theory? Oh, just get the jab. Oh, you might need a booster.
I had to.
And we're like, before you know it, you're going to be getting one every year.
Yeah, I got 2 shots. I got the Pfizer shot, and then I got the follow-up, and they have 2 more, and I won't get them. I'm getting notifications on my phone, so I'm to get a job because everyone wanted my card, and the job I got, they didn't give a shit.
That's what I waited for. I'm in New York, and I was like, nope, fuck you. And I drained my whole savings, living off my savings, until I found a position, and fuck it. You know what I mean? It was something
that didn't require it.
I would have. Yeah, and it's a really good job actually. So I lucked out, but everywhere in New York, I'm in New York. It was the vaccine mandate, Excelsior pass on your phone to get in everywhere. I was treated like a second-class citizen, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. My bills are paid. I'm good. I'll eventually find something.
Well, I
didn't think it would take that long.
What do you mean in New York where you had to show
you had to be? It was required to be vaccinated in order. Well, to go into a restaurant or a bar or a gym, you had to show them this app on your phone and they could scan it.
Really? We didn't have that in Connecticut.
And I was like, nope, fuck you, ain't downloading it, ain't doing it. Nope. Like all these mandates. I was just like, and when it came to the vaccine, that these very people, Andrew Cuomo said, I wouldn't trust the federal government, and I'm going to tell New Yorkers not to trust the federal government. Kamala Harris, I wouldn't take it under this administration. And then they come out and fucking mandate it. And I'm watching how it's all rolling out, and I'm like, this is a year into it, and I know at this point I have a 97% survival rate. Me, probably 99% because I was young, healthy. And I'm like, my risk to reward, when you do your risk factor, I was like, I'm better off catching the sick because I know already. I was like, there's no way we're avoiding getting it. Even the people with vaccines were getting it. You know what I mean?
I never got it. I never got it. But I wear a mask. I caught it
3 times.
Really? Never had it. And I have COVID tests in my house. I've got 8 of them.
I caught it once.
I don't know that I even had anything, to be honest, besides the cold or the flu, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, it's a coronavirus, and that's what they were using. The tests that they were using were improper for what they were using them for. They weren't accurate. They were for basically any coronavirus. So we don't know that there even is a COVID-19. I'm sorry.
Okay. Whoa. Listen.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Let's just say that conversation is due for
Consider
Discord.
The source. Hold on.
And not for here because we're riding a strike already.
The strike. Yeah.
This is all opinions. And by the way, we are completely pro-vax here. And I'd just like to say that on behalf of Oak and Eden, who could be our sponsor,
we're all vaccinated.
We're all vaccinated here.
I am vaccinated.
Yes, I'm vaccinated with Oak and Eden finished whiskey, 90 proof.
I'm really not though. So back to what we were talking about with the food.
Whiskey. I can't drink whiskey. I fight.
Oh, come on.
I fight. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
a fighter in a mini skirt and high heels.
We should be able to talk about our experience through COVID, though.
I agree.
We're not spreading any medical information.
I agree.
I took care of my mother, so I was home. I had to go do all the errands and everything for the house, and so I wore a mask. I wore gloves to the store. I mean, It reminded me of what's that movie that Dustin Hoffman was in back in the 90s? Contagion?
Oh yeah, with the monkey.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I forget what
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it was Contagion or something like that.
Something like that, because
Outbreak.
it was on the pay channels, because I paid $300 for every fucking channel.
Woof.
And it's ridiculous. $313 actually. And I'm going to Wi-Fi only because I just got Amazon Prime and I'm going to get YouTube on the TV.
There you go.
Yeah, and get rid of it completely because it's outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a little scary. That was, it's one
Yeah,
of them
but
things where,
it's
like, were they priming us back then for this?
Yes. And my best friend's husband, and he has a lot of guns, and he has concealed carry, and he wears his gun
That
everywhere.
he lost on a boating accident.
Yeah.
And he is like, she calls him like crazy because he listens with headphones to all this shit online, but what he says is true.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not in that mindset,
Yes.
She's not in that mindset. She doesn't want to hear it. And I have great conversations with him. And she's like,
It's
I don't know why
hard.
you're fucking talking to him. He's crazy. I'm like, I actually believe him.
Yeah. That's the hard part is
Well,
when
depends on
you run across people where you're just trying to, even in like this conversation we're having about the overpopulation thing, people will literally just leave. Just, this is too thinky, too icky. I don't like it. And I'm going to go fucking,
It makes
watch
them
cartoons or
uncomfortable.
something.
Makes life
Yeah,
too
yeah.
real.
You can't have
It's too real.
conversations.
Exactly.
fair.
Exactly. But you can't put
It's
your head
fair,
in the
though, I mean.
sand. You
Agreed.
can't.
Agreed.
You can't.
Yeah, we're
Well,
all
it
struggling to
depends.
figure
If
out.
somebody else wants to live that way, if that's their happiness, it's their right to pursue. And that's, some people want to avoid topics. We were talking about people dying of cancer. I lost my wife to cancer. You know what I mean? That was a rough road.
I'm sorry.
That was some years back. So
And you're young.
You get
You're
phased,
young.
You get phased. I was 28 at the time when it happened, but
How
I
old
was
is
faced
she?
with decisions, and she was 30. She would have been 36. She was 8 years
Damn,
old.
going for
than me. I
those
was
older
28.
ladies, eh?
She was 8
sounds
years
like
old
my
than me.
brother.
Yeah, she asked me if that was a problem. Honestly, when I met her when I was 23, she was 31, and she goes, "Does it bother you that I'm this much older than you?" I'm like, at my age, at 23, the girls are fucking retarded. They're all over the place. They're sloppy. They're being idiots, and and I'm like, no interest. I was working on, I was working, and I would just go out. But I have met her. The chick that had her own thing together, like Amanda.
Yeah.
She owned her
You do in your
apartment, her own
30s.
car, her own job. And it's like, all right, you're at that point in life where you're even reasonable to even consider a relationship. So, but those decisions come up about that shit, and nobody talks about. We all talk about how to handle it, how to handle what we're going through. We really need to start focus on what's causing this shit, because it's only going to get worse, and
Power
those
lines.
decisions are going to increase for the amount of people that have to make them, and that's just going to keep growing and growing and growing, because we're getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and getting all these weird ass diseases. And also that does come with age. It comes with the longer we're living. We're going to meet things that people haven't experienced before, because people didn't generally live to be that old to even see it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of things we could do it. And just like we were taught the food pyramid, and I'll digress with at least this point. I gotta,
the
I
food
could go
pyramid
forever.
was a fucking unbelievable.
But the
mess
food
up.
pyramid that we were taught, it's
Bread,
horrible
eat
fucking
bread.
diet.
Yeah. Eat
talking
bread.
lots of bread.
I in the Discord for Yanking Gutter, maybe Gutter Girl could pull it up. I threw a picture. See, that's why I started the Discord here. You could share pictures so that if you want to upload pictures of your cats or anything we talk about, articles. I've been throwing in articles of topics we've hit into the Yanking Gutter live stream, so you could see pictures and articles. So, just that's another bonus of it, Yank. It's a little more. It's like an AOL chat room instead of just comments.
So I
This-
never got to
we're gonna get
say
him over
what I
there at least
wanted
once.
'cause Fucking
I
Bobby
know
I
had to
digress.
trigger
Go ahead.
me.
Go ahead, Gunner.
So I
Sorry.
never got to say what I wanted to
I
say.
really
about
didn't know.
Discord.
But I really hold on. In all fairness, I
Okay,
really had no idea
listen,
what
no, no, no,
happened. I was
no.
not there.
Okay.
Fucking knock you out, boy. Okay, listen. There's a virtual pub on there. And I think that it might be really cool if YouTube shuts us down at some point and we're not able to do an actual Yank and Gutter pub. We can go on to that. And it's another avenue for everybody to visit. We just have to get everybody to realize that
Oh,
they have
100%.
to set up an account. It's not you don't have to do an app. Every time that I want in, I just go in and discord.com and it takes me to it. So once you sign in once, you don't have to sign in again. You know what I'm saying?
Although I
Super-
do prefer the app, and I have it on my computer only because I could get the notifications will come in if I'll set certain channels notify me with each message important, like whatever. You could choose whatever you want, and you'll see the notifications coming like you would a text message.
So that'll drive Yank nuts.
So I did that with some of them. My phone no longer runs it. It's too slow to play with Discord. So I'm only on Discord once I get home.
Him and
But it's a
Marvin,
lot of
you
fun.
don't
And this
give
is a
them
chat that
shit.
goes 24/7. So even when this live ends, you could throw in topics you want us to cover. You could throw in articles. You could throw in anything you want. Pictures of your cats, dogs,
Cat fights.
and ferrets.
Cat
Anything
fights.
you want. I'll make whatever.
fights.
Yank and Gutter will tell you. Yeah, anything. I will make a not safe for work. I will make a Yank and Gutter. That's the virtual pub, basically. I'll put YNG pub instead of virtual pub. And then yeah, no, it's one of those you could all hop in. I mean, kind of works like
Okay.
this, like StreamYard. And,
Chief Smoke Alarm wants
they
to know
really
if anybody
don't
remembers the Andromeda
fuck
strain
with you here.
from the
Yeah.
early 1970s. Great
Yeah.
movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Never seen it.
Yeah, you should. It's a
Ah.
good movie. I just want to make sure we're not like totally
Andromeda
ignoring the
strain.
chat here. Chief says, "Dang, I love a girl in a
We've been
nurse's
ignoring.
uniform. I spent many
catch
days
up
in
on
the hospital with a
comments.
great nurse
They've been talking
doing."
a lot.
Hey, man.
Don't interrupt, Yank, okay? I'm sorry.
It's just because of the speed of
I
the
know.
live.
No, I'm just screwing around.
I'll shut up. Go ahead.
No, everybody's
You
fine.
get to
Everybody's
the
fine.
chat because you're probably ignoring the chat.
Well, no, there's very little news. Then they're kind of talking with each other. It's cool. Black Sheepdog wants
Very
to know
little
if they
news.
can make memes on GG. Yeah, great movie. So yeah, there's just a lot of talking with them guys. So that's fine. I'm not ignoring anything. Okay. Why don't we change? Why don't we change? Why don't we change?
No making memes of GG. No making memes of GG. She will.
Why
I
don't we
will lend
change
her my
subjects a
RV to
bit?
show up at your fucking house.
It looks like
Why don't
it's
we
too
change
late.
subjects a bit? Because I know Bobby usually comes with a notebook, and he usually has a list of things.
No,
that
no,
he's ready
just
to
on shit
explode
you
about.
said today. You never knew you were a Marxist.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a total Marxist,
Nuclear.
Kevorkian lover, and yeah,
Unbelievable.
just sign up. Soylent Green, right? It's people. Shit. So nobody wants to talk about the documents and all that shit that's going on, or is that
Why
just
not?
kind of like, meh? It's we kind of expected it.
What do you
I
think
heard-
about him? What do you think? And Pence came out today,
what I
self-reported
was just-
himself, fucking dork.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna
What'd
say.
he say?
Pence had some too. Pence had some classified
Everybody
docs.
has them.
Well, that's what I was
Everybody
gonna
has
say,
them.
right? Like everybody's making this big fucking deal about these. Do you know how many classified documents are probably just floating around in every politician's basement? It's crazy.
That's a fucking
I
problem.
agree.
Yeah, it's a problem. It is a problem. But what are you gonna do about it? Are we gonna go back and start searching through every person's fucking shit? I mean, I don't know.
Rate them all. least they'd be doing something better than labeling parents at Board of Ed fucking meetings terrorists. They're chasing down parents in this whole Jan 6 thing. Going after those classified documents from everybody, that's at least a better use of the goddamn time. You know,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'd rather see that.
And we don't have any rights in that. You know, I mean,
We gotta fix that system.
we don't have a voice in it.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Our taxes, you know,
Honestly,
they take our
though-
taxes and everything, and we don't have a voice.
The biggest difference
Um,
is Pence is in the same boat as Biden. What's up?
Black Sheepdog wants Gigi to post the Discord in the link in the chat
do
if
I-
she could.
So do I do it from the meme cafe?
I have no
You
idea.
can do it from any of them. It should just bring you to the warp dimension, which is the CERN. And
Okay.
basically, you guys, I did a live, and it shows you how it works. It's like entering a chat room, and then there's all different little chats in there,
Look at chat,
and
Bobby.
they're all going to end up being specific. So
Look at
you can
chat,
do it from
Bobby.
any
Does
of
that
them.
work?
Regarding the
Yeah.
classified documents, if I could just
Yeah,
I
we're
could
gonna
just give
we're
a
gonna
little
go off
piece-
on this. We'll worry
little
about the
piece
link
of
after
information.
the live.
or a little suggestion to anybody who may have classified documents, do yourself a
Yeah.
favor. Take them out of the classified document fucking jacket and put them in a manila envelope and burn the classified document fucking jacket. Why would you ever leave classified documents in the paperwork folder that says classified documents if you weren't supposed to have them? I don't understand this. I feel like it's all a
Well, here-
plant. I feel like it's
Well,
this is all
here's
just
a
a
funny-
fucking staged thing.
Here's
It's
a
so
little
stupid.
funny about that. Donald Trump's kind of like me, where we see cool shits that we want a little token of, like that little receipt from.
Mhm.
Some of his folders were they were found to be empty, and he's like, I just thought it was cool to have that said classified. You know, it's like a little
Yeah.
like your concert ticket stub. You know, you put it
Yes.
up on your wall. It's
I
like
get
got
it.
that. I was once, and that's just it's one of those. But there's a big difference when it comes to legalities about all this. Trump can declassify anything. He has absolute executive authority over classified information. So he could just say these are declassified, and de facto they're declassified because there is no procedure for a president. Even Biden right now could be taking any of our information and giving it to anybody, and they can't do a goddamn thing about it. That's his right as the executive, So Biden as VP and Mike Pence as VP, they do not. There's people making this argument that Obama signed some big executive order that gave the VP the ability to do that. They didn't. And they refused to give Donald Trump a SCIF to keep it in. They told him to use
yeah.
your vault, put a lock on it. But the difference is in Mar-a-Lago, he has Secret Service protection. And
That's
Biden's
right.
garage by his Corvette that his crackhead son, who's working for foreign governments, claims as his home. Who knows who was in it? And then they found him at the Penn University fucking think tank office.
Yes.
And we clarified about the Chinese funds last time that it goes to the university itself, and then the university subsidizes the office. So it's
Right.
not a direct from China to it. Pence, I don't know where the fuck he
taking money
had
from
him.
China anyway.
You can take money
What?
from him if you're doing real estate, but if you're only
Oop, we
if
lost
your
Missy.
only service to them is being a politician. Oh, Missy, where'd you go? Come back. I'll miss you. Back here.
Get your ass back here.
No, come on back here.
Joyful One
But,
says, I ordered Wag the Dog with Hoffman and De Niro and got it today. That's actually a good movie. That will
Sorry.
enlighten you. That will okay. Glad you're back.
Where'd you go?
No, I tried to go
Joyful
to the
One.
chat and I couldn't. It threw me out. I'm
Oh.
not tech savvy. I'm like you.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
the
I'm all
age. It's the age.
just I don't yeah.
I know
Joyful
how to
One,
type really fast. I just am not,
how to get from point A to point B is a roundabout way. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
go,
the kids know the phones. I'm an idiot. with
I
phones.
got you.
Computers, I'm good with.
Wag the Dog, Joy, for one, is a great movie because that can be directly correlated with what is going on in Ukraine. That's an excellent movie to watch for Ukraine.
Military
and to
industrial
take fresh
complex.
eyes on Ukraine. And speaking of Ukraine, did you hear about the Ukraine? I don't know, commander or something that in the Ukrainian government guy that was caught driving around in a brand new Porsche in the Ukraine. he's getting looked at now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
for,
I'm not surprised.
Misappropriation of funds and stuff because we're just
They
sending
said
over.
They said only
ahead.
30% of all that aid money was making it to the front lines. 70% of it was disappearing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you know where
government.
it was going.
Yeah. And it's like that with
had
every
the most
war.
corrupt government in the fucking planet. They laundered money for everyone. That was their niche in the global scale. Was corruption.
That's
They
right.
came
Go ahead.
begging to us, and we handed over the money. Not
We didn't.
but
Fucking
We-
Biden.
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
And these
Yeah,
globalist
Biden did.
WEF
I wasn't-
motherfuckers.
I
did.
wasn't even given a fucking voice to say, nah,
I know.
crazy.
Billions. It's
It never,
like,
my
what?
biggest problem is it never had to happen. It was so
I know.
easy to avoid this. This is the military industrial complex. This is Biden giving all his friends money and setting up his retirement fund so he could live
Yep.
another 30 years doing nothing but falling off bikes and tripping
Yeah, but
up stairs.
Democrats do that. Democrats do that.
So do Republicans.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
I'd rather trust a Republican than a Democrat.
Then no, not
I
the new
don't know. It depends on the guy
Liz
talking.
Cheney. Liz Cheney could walk off a cliff, and Mitch McConnell needs to have his plug pulled.
Yeah.
He don't need no bypass surgery or a new hip. He's good. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party have been a uniparty for decades now, and that's the fucking problem.
Yeah. Reaching across the aisle.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
all
the
to
thing that
fuck
drives
the,
me crazy.
the working man over. You know?
Yep.
The rich get richer, the middle class become poor.
Tax
the thing
cattle.
that drives me crazy is that both the House of Representatives and the Senate, each one of those people is beholden to the voters that put them in.
What happened?
Come
He
on.
froze.
He froze.
Back here, you hear? Back here.
Come on.
That's what happens when you don't join the Discord. Smash that like button too. For anybody who hasn't smashed that like button yet.
I do it when I come
That's
in.
a hell of a pause phase. Oh, screenshot that so we can blow it up. for later.
That's
screenshot
very
that
good.
one.
Hurry up, get it,
Hey,
get it,
you
Mom.
screenshot.
I'm not
that.
frozen, you bums.
Who told
get
me
it?
frozen? Fuck out of here.
What I
Did you
was
get
what I
it,
was saying, my signal disappeared, so that's what
I
happened.
don't know yet.
Can you hear me all right?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying was the Senate and the House of Representatives, each one of those people is supposed to represent the community from which voted them in to represent the community. We were never given, like, we use the Ukraine as like just the latest example, but most of the shit that they fucking talk and think and do and vote about never comes up before me and you or
Right.
at the town hall. We never get a say on it. So
Right.
that's why it's so important. And I don't know if people know this, but if you call, let's say, your senator or your representative, if the White House, if the Capitol switchboard gets 100 people calling about the same thing, then they have to recognize and at least accept that. Like you can call and the guy's busy, the woman's busy, whatever. You can't get through, but you can leave a message. And if 100 people leave a message, I do believe that there is some kind of law that makes it that particular issue that you're calling about needs to be at least addressed or thought of or something. So when things like this Ukraine thing happen, enough of us just sit around on freaking YouTube and shit going, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But will we call the 1202 number to call the Capitol? No. Will we send them an email? No. You know what I mean? Like, we don't do the right things that we're supposed to do, supposedly, in this democracy to make a difference. So my suggestion would be start making some noise where we need to make noise and bug these people.
Yeah, but
and
people
try
don't
to
even
do it
want to
that way.
vote. The people don't
I
even
know.
want to vote.
I know.
You know, why
yeah,
would they
I know.
call?
I know a particular someone in this that didn't want to vote.
Someone
Who
real close.
You didn't vote?
Don't
Yeah.
fucking tell us
I
to
did
get
not vote in the
involved.
Florida election this last one. I did not.
And what the fuck are you bitching about, man?
I am bitching because
Exactly.
I
See,
knew.
remember what
You
I
don't
told you?
have
You're
a
not going
voice
to be
if you
allowed to
didn't
bitch.
vote.
I
Hey,
warned you. You
I knew.
can't bitch.
I knew how the election was going to turn
Man,
out.
that's harsh.
No, listen.
Oh,
I knew
dude.
how
I
the
warned
election was
you.
going to turn
You
out.
cannot bitch.
I don't
if
think
you
DeSantis
don't.
You
won by
cannot
20
vote.
points.
I say
No,
it to
you didn't.
people. My best friend didn't vote. I'm like, shut the
If
fuck up.
everyone thought like you, DeSantis would have fucking lost because no one would have went to vote because they all would have assumed that everybody else is fucking voting. No, I
Mhm.
told you this was going to come to bite you in the ass because you're going to want to bitch one day and you can't bitch. You didn't vote.
Everyone
you
thinks
can't say
everyone
other
else
people
is
gotta
going to
get
cover
involved.
them.
Fine.
I'm
Fine.
muting myself.
Okay, how's this, Missy? I don't believe voting fucking matters. How's that?
Well, I watched 2,000 Mules and I
There's
was
merit to that.
literally
I
shocked.
can appreciate that. That's fair. You still do it, but
I've
I
reached-
can
You
I've
still
reached
appreciate
the
do it
that.
point-
because you feel you have a voice, especially our generation.
No, you do
But-
it just to say "fuck you." I'm voting. I'm casting
Yeah,
my vote. Now
yeah.
you got to cheat another one.
Yeah,
Fuck
and
you. I'm going to
like
make
you
it
said-
harder for you to cheat.
And I just
Right.
want to
Honestly,
make it
fuck
clear.
you.
But
They
I
can
just
only
wanna make
cheat
it clear.
close elections.
I did not vote this election. I vote every other fucking one. This one, I just said, you know what? I'm boycotting it. I know who's got it. I'm boycotting it. And it turned out fine. That's granted, still no real excuse. But like I said, I'm really losing my feeling that voting fucking matters and that I actually have a say in things.
but
I'm
there
really
are so many
losing it.
people like that think that way.
I understand. And they're
They
right.
conquer you. In
They're right.
apathy. You feel.
So why are they right?
It's the apathy
Because the country is out of control.
just
These
sit
people
there and
don't
they
do
do whatever
what
they
we're
want.
asking them to do. They do what the
Well,
fuck
you won't even
they
vote
want
for it.
to do in Washington. They don't do what we want them to do. And I don't
You
care
won't
how
even
many
vote
times
for
you
it,
flip
though.
like
You
I
gotta-
like you we're the
you
same
gotta have a
age. We're the
voice.
same age. You've seen the House go Republican, then back to Democrat. You've seen the Senate go Republican, back to Democrat. You've seen them go both ways. You've seen the president change. You've seen super majorities, and nothing fucking changes. You still get taxed. They still do whatever the fuck they want with the money. The country still goes down the hill. The border's not fixed. The fucking bridges are still falling down. They send money all over the fucking world.
Mhm.
Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Nothing fucking changes. So it's like, well, what am I doing? I'm just doing an exercise in futility to go, well, that gives me the right to bitch. No, I can bitch all I want.
That's put my
I mean,
name in there
and
as a
again,
fuck you.
and
This
it's-
is what
it's-
I want. Like you're saying, email, contact your senators. Well,
That's a better
show
way
up
to do
and
things.
Give them,
Yes.
here's another vote. Fuck you. This is me. This
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
I want. Fuck
I
you.
agree.
Now override my vote. Yep.
I
I'm
agree.
just coming in just to give you the goddamn finger.
Okay.
This is what I'm
I
fucking
agree.
voting for. Fuck you. I made my voice heard. We caught
I
actually.
agree.
We did a big thing with gravity knives in New York. They were illegal for a while, and the issue was getting brought to the floor here. And
Mhm.
my friend and me, we actually called and left messages, and he said, "Listen, we're campaigning to have this law overturned," and we all called, and the law got taken care of, and now we can have the assist open knives, where like you
Yes.
have a little spring in the handle. Those are legal now. We weren't allowed to have them, but they're so handy for work. A lot of us guys use them at work constantly to open
Mhm.
boxes, to
Sure.
score wire. You know what I mean? And people getting
It's a
arrested for
fucking
carrying
tool.
them. It to some people, anything could be a weapon in the wrong fucking
Right.
hands. Okay,
Right.
so there's anything I could. You see this starburst? If I hit you right in the eye as hard as I could throw, this is now an assault starburst, and you're gonna have a black eye. You know, no one needs
I am a
assault
ninja.
starburst or
You have no
assault
idea what I
bullets.
can do with a
did-
fucking popsicle
Did you
stick.
see that shit? But we actually did that. We did that, and we saw the change. And in the state of New York, now you could carry a fucking folding pocket knife. You know
And
what
how
I mean?
long is the
and
blade?
That was the doesn't fucking matter if it's anything longer than 4 fingers. Because I carry a pretty big blade on my waist at all times, but it's not concealed. Concealment comes into play here.
I have a knife in my car.
I live in
a
New York.
knife in
It
my
should be
drawer.
a gun, but I use it as a tool. And fuck you, you're not taking my knife from me. Like I don't care who you are. I
have
walk through Midtown Manhattan and everything. I work in the city. I'm not bothering me.
Yeah, I have quite a few weapons in my car. And people are
Yeah.
like, I
Be
can't believe you go
careful
to
with
that
that.
drugstore.
You mean tools?
That's
They're
tools.
It's a little
Tools, yes.
different. Yeah.
Tools.
Don't be
That's
wrong.
a-
Don't ever take a piece of pipe and put tape on the bottom. That's,
No, I have,
No, and if
I
you,
have
if
a,
you carry a bat, put a baseball glove in there.
I don't have
you
a
know.
glove. I don't have a glove.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That way.
Maybe I'll
what
buy
are
a
you
glove.
doing?
Maybe I'll buy a glove.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just anyone. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Same way with the golf club. Just saying. Always
Yep.
have a golf ball sitting by the.
Yep.
Just
Did you guys now, because we're on the topic of weapons, did you guys happen now? And I know we've been all watching Strategic Eyes. Did you happen to see his
just got the
video
list.
regarding the Fox News meteorologist who got beat up on the
Yeah.
New York train?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
Okay. Did you
I didn't
happen to
see
see my
his
rebuttal to
portion of
him
it.
in the comments?
I didn't see what he said. I know the story. So if you could break
Okay.
it down for me, please.
Well, basically, what he was saying was if he had a gun and he was a licensed, responsible gun owner, then he could have made a difference and he could have this and that. And okay,
Not in New
And
York.
the 70-year-old
Not New
had a
York.
gun
See,
as well.
this is where
Bingo,
fucking
Bobby,
strategic
bingo.
forgets. No, this is where
Bingo.
strategic forgets that he's a fucking cop and we're not.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because you know what I said to
fuck
him?
that
He
guy
gets
lives
a
in another
responsible
world. I
gun.
don't know. I love
He
him.
did.
Strategic,
He like
I love you.
contradicts
You're a cool
himself,
dude.
though.
I got nothing.
He
No, I got
He got-
nothing bad to say except I heard that he was anti-gun for citizens at one point. But dude, you rely
Yeah.
on a gun. You have one. You
Yes.
forget that we don't. And all
Right.
you have immunity. When you guys do
Right.
something and they sue the police over it, they sue the city and the taxpayers pay for it. Me? If I were
Yeah.
to shoot someone on the subway, I'm gonna
It's
fucking
on
get
us.
arrested, be on the front page fucking news. I
Yep.
gotta hire all these goddamn lawyers, and then I'm gonna be sued.
and they go
civilly.
after all your
And
money,
if-
all your assets.
you're not allowed to carry. What if I use the
about-
firearm in a place you're not allowed to carry one, and a criminal has one there? You're allowed to. There's 2 different planes, bro. You forget you're not a civilian, and you gotta understand that we do not have the immunity you do. So you cannot act like we're on the same plane, just doing different things, bro. And I say that with full respect. I wish you to be safe. You know, I wish you to be careful out there.
Yeah.
But
Well, listen.
we're from 2 different fucking zones. Because if I shot somebody, I'm going to fucking prison, no matter what the circumstance in New York.
Yes.
Unless I
Yeah.
steal their gun from them. That's
One
it.
other thing, I made a big long comment in his comment sections. You guys probably could go back and read it. And he said, "No, that's a good
I think
point."
I saw it.
Okay. Yeah, because I basically said to him, I said, okay, first off, you forgot the one thing that the meteorologist was coming from. He was coming from a bar. I said a licensed, responsible gun owner can't
Would be-
carry a gun in a bar. So you would be there to arrest him. I said, and secondly, and I'm for, because he said, well, I don't necessarily believe that all things should be ended with someone being shot and killed and stuff. And my thing was, well, fuck those pieces of trash. Right?
Well, you said if you
They
pull
should've-
it out and threaten them, that they would
Yeah,
run
no.
off. Really?
Yeah, you get
They're gonna
arrested
run
for
off?
that. You get arrested for that as well, too.
Yeah.
Right. That's threatening
do you
with
know-
a dangerous weapon.
Well, it's
And all this
just-
shit.
it's-
So
This
Go ahead.
is where I start to question. Okay, because he was anti-gun for a bit, and I know that.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't
he
think
said it.
anybody needed guns.
He said it.
But now he's
Right.
saying that somebody should just, if he had a gun, it sounds like his pendulum swung way over the other way.
He
Where
said
it's like you gotta come kind
everyone.
of back to the middle and realize what the consequences are of one of us carrying a gun. Maybe you should stop enforcing gun laws. If all you cops
Well,
got together and that's honestly what you think, then you should tell the city and the state, listen, none of us police officers, these people have a right to fucking defend themselves because we don't have the resources, which is what you say. You say you work all these crazy hours because you're underfunded, you're understaffed, and all this. People don't want to do
Yep.
the job. Well, let other people police them fucking selves. Because back in the day, the police were supposed to assist you as a resort if you could not handle the situation yourself, not being this babysitter for all of us. And discretion should be in the hands of us. I guarantee you there'd be a lot less muggings, carjackings, rapes, and fucking murders in the city if you let people like me carry gun for a day and just fucking take out the fucking problems. We'd do that
That's what I
job
said to him.
overnight. You'd see this fucking city get cleaned up, and that's
essentially
the
was
government's
essentially
inept
what
in
my point
fucking
was.
everything. I don't trust them to do my job.
Right.
And
That's
I've been-
essentially what my
Well, they're
point was.
not going to
I don't
save
want
you. They're
yeah,
not
I
going
don't
to
want
save
the
you.
government and the police thinking that much for me. I
Right.
said,
No, they make horrible
s-
decisions.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. I said, you got to leave it to the good, responsible, moral people to stand up and do what needs to be done. And all it's going to take is dropping a couple of these shitbags in the middle of their attempts to be tyrannical. And by tyrannical, I mean trying to instill what the fuck they want on somebody else, which causes a victim. So you drop a couple of these people and you start to make the criminal's head start ticking off. I better second guess this because everybody's got a gun and they're going to fucking wipe me out before I get to do what I do. So I will give massive props and credit to him that he did come forward and he said, he commented on my comment and he said that I made some good points and it's given him something to think about. And one of the things that I also said, because he's a younger man, I don't even think he's 40 years old.
He is 40.
Oh, he is 40? Okay, well,
Yeah.
he's still a younger guy. I mean,
Yeah.
40 is not really old. But I said, maybe as you get older and out of the profession that you're in, you will start to change your opinions on these things.
Well, he still has
I
the right. He still has that badge. Would be,
They still are technically covered some, but they don't have the same powers that they do. They don't have the same immunity that they do.
But I will say this. I will
Yes.
say this. There's also, he's given his position, he's got to be careful what he
Yes.
puts on the internet because they're watching.
Absolutely.
He'll get fired
Absolutely.
for anything he says online.
Yep.
So meeting him around a campfire might be a totally different experience. I don't.
Yeah.
want
That's
to
a good point.
yeah.
There was a couple of times I got upset by things that I had heard, and I was like, "Oh, fuck out of here!" Like he's a black man with a badge in New York, and I don't know where he lives or where he serves. I would love to know that someday. I'm a white boy who grew up in the hoods of Long Island, no badge. So my demographic that I've been surrounded by, I was the fucking minority, and he's a minority with a badge working somewhere around the city. So our experiences are polar opposite because I'll tell you something, Long Island, most of the crime that happens on Long Island doesn't even get called in to the fucking cops. So the crime they either find or it's the shit that gets called in. They don't have an accurate measure of what the hell goes on out here. There's not cameras on every corner. The response time is fucking shit. And half the time, shit happens and then it gets solved by the people. The cops don't even get called out here. So they don't even have an accurate measure. You know what I mean? So being in the city, we got cameras on every corner. You got all these, it's very different. The city is a police state. Long Island is kind of, there's bits of it that are a Wild West. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
We come from two different experiences. It's very awesome that I would love to have a conversation with him.
We should have gone on a show
coming from
tonight.
our two totally different perspectives. You know what I mean?
You should have gone on a show
I was
tonight.
just walking in.
I think he said he grew up in Brooklyn.
I just jumped on and said hi.
And I think
he's
he
a
said
city boy that made it, and yeah,
in Brooklyn, but he was poor. I think that's what he said.
on Long Island.
I'm so bored too. In Connecticut. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Wes. Thanks for coming.
I wouldn't
Wes
consider.
is from Portland Andy's.
I consider
channel.
myself
Oh,
blessed.
welcome. Very cool.
Hey, Wes.
What's up, Wes?
I was gonna say,
welcome.
Gigi's over there. Gigi's over there. She got a blanket covered up.
I
She
know.
looks like she's
I
gone.
heard about
She's
that.
gone to the drive-in. She's all curled up, got the thing
Right?
going.
Oh,
and she's gonna
shit.
take a nap and
Well-
fall asleep during scruffy dog.
Listen,
fucking
pretty lady.
whatever.
Where are you,
You
Gutter?
got
You're
some
in
talking to
Oregon?
do.
Yeah.
I'm taking a bathroom break.
Are you
I'll be
close to the shore or?
Yeah. I'm close to Portland.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
always raining there.
Always.
Oh my God. My knees, my body, when I'm filled with arthritis and fibromyalgia,
Yeah.
I would never be able to handle it.
Nope.
I'm a
It's,
barometer
no,
for the
I mean-
weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
it's
live
bad.
in Southwest Florida, and if it drops to the 60s, I'm crippled. And it does drop
Where
to
are-
the 60s a couple of times.
Where are
and-
you? Southwest. Where are you?
Well, I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the Gulf Coast side. And I
Yeah.
don't really want to say exactly where I am.
Okay. No, my
but
cousin
I'm
lives in
pretty
Largo.
far down. In where?
Okay. Yeah. My cousin lives in Largo.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't exactly know what it is because I barely leave my town.
Well, it's a half hour from Tampa
South of Tampa?
going west. She's
Oh,
on
okay.
she's on the
Okay.
Gulf. She's on the Gulf.
Okay,
Like
so am I.
10
I'm on the
minutes.
Gulf. Okay.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. I got hit with that hurricane that blew through.
She said she didn't get anything of it. She got rain.
No, I
And I
got a
called her
direct hit.
thinking that she was hit.
Yeah. No, I
But
sat
she
in my
said
house.
no, it was lower
while it
down.
shook.
No
It was a
damage was
horrible
done to your
nightmare.
house though, right? You just
No,
lost
thankfully-
electricity.
Yeah, I just lost electricity and some yard shit. No, I just had the roof replaced a couple of months before, so I was good. But yeah, no, 140 mile an hour winds, so it was fun. It was the worst one I've been in, and I've been in like 4 or 5. So
We get quite a few tornadoes.
yeah, I don't
The
want them
town
things.
over,
Fuck
and
them things.
we're in between, and we're like the highest peak.
Mhm.
So Southbury got hit a couple years ago and like tore the fucking town up. And then Waterbury, there's a certain hill that the tornado travels on Hill Street, and it goes down and it's taken out so many trees because that's just where it hits.
Mhm.
And we get the winds, but we don't get hit in Middlebury. Everyone
Oh.
knows where I live now, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, you don't
Come
host the
knock
show,
on my
so you
door.
should
I
be
got
okay.
a fucking hammer.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
I'm
You
getting
got
my
Jake 3%
license.
in
I'm
the
gonna-
house, by the way.
I'm gonna get my gun license in summer.
How is it in Connecticut? Is it a big pain in the ass to get it?
It's
Like
a really big pain in
Massachusetts?
the ass. It's
Yeah.
a real big pain in the ass. Yeah.
That's such a shame because when you think about it, Massachusetts, Connecticut, the whole New England area were first colonies.
It's all liberal. It's all
Yeah, but they were
liberal.
first colonies, right? They were the first
Yeah.
ones to throw off the shackles of English fucking
Yeah.
rule and had that fuck you attitude and freedom and all this shit. And now they are just up your ass with taxes and rules and licenses and just it's
They have their hands in
It's so
every
disgusting.
pocket that you
Yeah.
have.
yeah, it's disgusting. They've turned into what we threw off or what they
Exactly.
threw off for shackles. They turned exactly
Exactly.
into that.
Yeah.
Taxation without representation.
I say it all the
know.
time.
Yeah.
Everyone at work, they're like, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist." It's like, no, I'm a realist.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's-
and they're like,
crazy.
"Oh, you shouldn't listen to that shit on YouTube." And it's like, okay,
Right.
I know where to go.
Crazy. Gigi, you're too quiet up there. What are
Yeah,
you
you're
doing?
really quiet.
I was seeing what Bobby had for a list on Discord for the Yank and Gutter live. I think it was stuff he was looking at discussing, but he left. I'm sure he's over there playing with his pee-pee behind that thing, but
That's exactly
Bobby,
what I
leave your
thought when he
PP
went
alone.
to
You're
his
gonna go
picture.
blind. You're gonna go blind.
Seriously, Gutter, that's exactly what I thought when he did
Yes.
before.
I know. I think he touches himself back there while he looks at us.
Yeah, listen, it's a terrible thing when you do that all the time. You go blind, and you don't know what you're hitting.
Yeah.
Is that what do you have? What's wrong with your eyesight?
You muted yourself, Yank.
Yeah, come on, really? I'm bad, but you're like a mess.
No.
No, we
Muted.
can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get a starburst from the cataract in my right eye with bright lights, so I can't read. My glasses need to be upgraded, so I have a hard time reading. The glaucoma in this eye doesn't really bother my vision at all. That's just you have to take drops to make that so you don't go blind. And I'm good with that, but still I need new glasses. So they're $500. Go ahead.
Why don't you get the surgery?
The cataract that I have is not to the point where the guy wants to do surgery yet.
Oh, he wants you to go like full fucking fledged and
Yeah.
for the
Basically,
insurance to cover it. For the insurance to
Yes.
cover it.
I do have insurance that will cover it. What he described to me was that my cataract is not necessarily age related. It was that I was born with a cataract and that it's a little off to the side, so it doesn't really impede my vision right directly in front of me. So I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. It's going to get that bad where it'll get there and it'll be right in front. But in the meantime, any light that's around it over here on my peripheral vision, I get a lot of starburst at night, especially bright lights. So it is a bit of a pain, but he says he can bring me back to 2020 once I go get my glasses, and my glasses are going to be $500 or whatever it is. But I just dropped 500 on a new faucet for the kitchen and a drill to clean the friggin' pipe to whatever. I just dropped $500 at Lowe's. I got to drop $500 Thursday when I bring the car in to have it worked on. So I don't know. It's
Bobby?
500.
Yeah, I have really good mechanics that are cheap, but they're good guys. It's an old shop, one of those old greasy shops that have
Nice.
dirty chairs. And
Yeah.
I know the owner, and they replace everything, and they charge me like 180.
Nice.
My brother goes down 600. It's like,
Yeah.
and my older
do me a
brother talking
favor.
about that.
Do me a
Go
favor.
ahead.
Put on that mini skirt and high heels. Drive down here. I'll give you the car. You can drive it back up to Connecticut. Bring it to your guy. Get me that $180 job. I'll pay you $200 and bring the car back.
To drive all the way down. I drove twice to Florida with my husband, and I was ready for fucking divorce. That is a long ass drive. And then we had to go out of the way to go to, in Georgia, to go to the Bass Pro Shop because he was a big bass fishing guy, and I became a fisherman,
Oh,
for
very
bass.
cool.
Yeah, we have a big
Nice,
lake in
nice.
town, and it's private. And if you know someone, you could cut through their lawn. And we had a John boat, electric motor. You go into
Mhm.
the coves, big
Mhm.
ass turtles, big turtles. We had a guy on there that was in the Navy. He picked up the paddle when he saw a snapper. I said, he's fucking swimming. You're gonna hit him with that paddle? I said, you were in the Navy. You were in a fucking boat.
No shit. Wow.
And he was scared of the
Yeah.
snapper. And the snapper was huge. But it's like, they won't hurt you. If you get in the
No, they
water, they will. You're on a boat.
Well, if you go putting your ding-a-ling or your fingers in their mouth, yeah, they'll bite you. But other
Oh,
than that,
yeah.
they won't
And
bother you.
when they swim, their neck is all the way out. We have a lot of snappers.
Yep.
It's all the way out. So it's really, he was, what happened to Bobby?
I don't know. He's
I
probably
kicked him out.
washing his hands.
Kick them out. Fuck him.
I'm getting over a sinus infection.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
You
and
taking
everything
anything
drained
for
into
it?
my lungs.
Mm.
My head feels
Mucinex.
okay.
Have you
Houston
tried one of those? I have on on my kitchen table. The wife brought it home from work because she's a nurse, and the doctor gets all kinds of free stuff from the drug reps.
Oh yeah, we do too. We do too. We get really good
so
products
she
from the
has,
reps that come in.
Yeah, she has like this machine, the sinus machine that squirts
Oh,
water
the
through
neti
your fucking
pot?
nose.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's like a powered neti pot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want to give it a whirl, but I don't want to feel like I'm drowning.
Yeah,
You try.
I wouldn't do that. I've tried it because I worked for ear, nose, and throat specialist, my last job, and now I have those in the house. I've never used them.
Well, I
It's
got
hard.
an issue with anything that's plastic that you're going to, because plastic holds all kinds of bacteria. So
Yeah, you got to boil that shit afterwards with some vinegar in the water.
yeah, and then still it's plastic, and
It's porous.
you're reusing it over and over. I would think a glass or something would be a better
I would think
option.
so.
It's got, you know,
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby.
I just
the fuck?
I just
What are
see
you
I
doing,
just see
Bobby?
something here.
I
just see something
don't
here.
know what the fuck's going on.
Joyful one in the chat. She says she has Ehlers-Danlos amongst other things. Is Ehlers-Danlos? I was just watching this thing. Is that where your joints pop out of joint very easily? Is that what that is? Because I was watching one of those intervention shows, and they had a girl who was sucking on fentanyl
Hold on. Chin
lollipops all the time.
for-
What's that? Bobby, what?
We can't hear you, Bobby.
You broke it again, Bob.
Stop touching the damn thing.
And wash your hands. It's probably all
I
sticky.
know, now you got fur all stuck in the keyboard and shit from your palms.
God.
Cat.
Gross.
What are you doing with the cat over there? That's causing.
So
He's up again.
and this woman said she had Ehlers-Danlos, I believe that's what it was called, and she was complaining that the reason she takes all these fentanyl lollipops was because she has that, and it's her joints pop out if she does like anything. So that's what I heard. Yes. Okay, Joyful One. Yes. She says yes, that's what it is.
Damn. I thought I
That
had
sounds
problems.
very painful.
Yeah. She should be sucking on fentanyl lollipops.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If it's that's the other thing,
Well,
man. If
listen
your
to
life
this
is that,
story. My
Yes, go ahead.
brother is a cop in the town over. It's like we thought when he was offered a job in Bridgeport, which is high crime, before he had children, he was married. And his wife said, listen, if you go to Bridgeport, I'm not having children, because he would be dead by now. His friend works there. He's a detective, and he could have got him in. And so he had a choice, Oxford or Bridgeport. Oxford, the crimes are for cow tipping. I mean, that's the harshest crime. It's a farm town,
right.
and it's kept that farm town community. It's not strip malls and all that. So he started 22 years ago, and he was the first on scene for the anthrax with the 80-something-year-old woman. He was the first on the scene. And then he was the first on the scene for a dead body in the woods that had been there for a week in the summer. Some little kids found it. And then he knew this kid from Southbury, moved to Oxford, had every toy possible, his own house, everything. He blew his head off.
Wow.
He had a breakdown and was out of work for a year and a half. He was down to like 150 pounds, and he's like a 210-pound muscle guy.
Yep.
Literally thought he had everything under the sun because he was on WebMD, calling me at 3 a.m. I'm like, dude, you're fucking fine. Go back to work. You pick it up a couple times, you have some empathy, and then it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up and go to work. It's like, you're off, you're getting paid. Leave me alone. Go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Go to a psych doctor, So, yeah. But he's got an
I-
easy job. He really does have an easy job.
I have sympathy for people that have to see some horrible shit
Oh,
on
well,
a regular basis.
what's wanted to tell you, you mentioned the fentanyl. That's what the story was. I was getting at.
Oh.
So this guy, brand new truck, on his way home, less than a mile, he flips it, lands in the woods. Brand new truck. Okay.
Mm.
My brother goes to the scene. They covered the truck, so he gets another new truck. He flips it again. And so my brother's like, we got to go to your house. So his wife had fentanyl patches. He was stealing them. And he had him strip, and he was covered in them.
Holy shit.
Like 15 on his body. Big guy.
How did he not die?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and that's why
crazy.
he was flipping these trucks. My brother's like, what the fuck? It's a week later.
Mm,
And that's a good story.
yeah.
And then some guy in Waterbury jumped off the Mixmaster, is what we call it. It's pretty high, and died. And we were talking about it at Thanksgiving. This is like 10 years ago. And my brother's like, who cares? Who gives a shit? And you got to become this, like, almost immune to it, you know?
Mhm.
You got to harden, or you can't do the job.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You
that
do.
makes sense.
Yeah, like, you know, you got to have like this shell. And he changed over the years with total lack of empathy. You know, but he can pull over like a 16-year-old and they have weed in the car and he just dumps it out.
Right.
He's not going to bring them in. If they have liquor, he puts it in his car and he brings it home.
Nice. Man, I miss small town America like that, where when police were that way, give you a ride home, treat you well. You knew them, they knew you.
Yeah.
You know, they came to your house and it wasn't instant, like they had discretion. They weren't duty bound by these policies that jeopardize their pensions or their career if they decide to. Hey man, I don't want to take you in. Just why don't you go stay over the neighbor's house if you're beefing with your wife, and just, you know what I mean,
Right.
instead of taking somebody in and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
The chief of police in town, my father beat up 3 guys, and he stood there. He's like, "Go ahead, Al, beat him up." He let him beat him up, you know. And he had he was a canine unit, and he was the sheriff in town when I was a kid.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how
Interesting.
that's
Small
how it
towns are
used
cool
to
to
be.
grow up in.
Yeah,
Yep. And that's getting further and further away from where we are today. That's one of the things that I have against the whole immigration thing is nobody gives me a number. Nobody gives me the number. What's the number? What's the America's population supposed to be? Right? To where we still have small towns and where we still have people that get along and where we still have, you know, just groups of people that want to associate with each other and don't want to associate with other people,
Dude,
and they're
you
not
gotta
called
get the
fucking
illegals
racist or
out before you-
homophobic or whatever. And like what's the number? They don't tell you that. They just keep
no.
piling people in here. And what are we supposed to be, fucking China or India with 1 billion people?
I got a
don't
question
think so.
for you. Do you fill out the censorship shit that
I do.
comes?
I
You
did
do?
not. I
do.
did not.
I have not ever.
And they were pissed. They kept coming and
Oh
talking.
yeah,
and
I threw
sending
them
me
in the
shit.
garbage. I threw them in the
Yeah.
garbage.
I do it every year or every 3 years or whatever it is.
Mhm.
I have
Every
thrown
3
out jury duty slips for the past 30 years.
Now, see that I don't. Jury duty. I go to jury duty.
I fucking
know.
hate it, but I go.
I did
hate
it
it.
once. I did it once in my 20s. They said, "Fuck this." You know how they pull it? You know how they pull it?
Voter
Voting
registration.
and
And
license,
Mhm.
Oh.
driver's license. And I said, "No way, man. You're not wasting my time and giving me half my pay." And no.
Yeah, but here's my thing now. The things that I see that are so wrong with policing now, but puts me squarely on the left in the leftist column, let's say, about how I feel about policing in America. So that if I was to get a summons to go to jury duty now, I almost see it as my obligation, just so I could go there and do a jury nullification if I need to. I want to be that one voice on a jury that says, I don't believe in what you're charging, and I'm not going to vote this person guilty. Because a lot of the thing, what's that?
They don't charge police around here.
They don't charge police?
No.
No. I'm saying if let's say a police officer says you did something, but I don't believe that something was an arrestable, chargeable offense, and you go to court, I want to be on your side to say,
right,
I don't think you're fucking guilty, and I don't care what you say, or the government says, fuck you, I don't believe it. So because I see too many people being arrested for bad shit, but then now we're kind of going, very recently, we're going in the opposite direction, right? With this bail reform, and now, like the guys who beat up that meteorologist on the train, those guys are out. Those kids are out. Who beat that guy up and lit the old guy's hair on fire.
Well, they're juveniles. They won't do, it'll be cleared when they're 18.
Yeah, that's even worse.
And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
I think they know they can't get into trouble.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know, and they use that, and that's higher the risk of doing whatever they're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Any crime. And we have that in the town over where I work, because it's a city. And there's high crime. And I go through the end where they call it a poppin' end, and people are on the corner and everything selling drugs and carrying guns, illegal guns, and they shoot people on the street. And they're like, you go through that area? I'm like, yeah. And I go through the North Square. I worked in a bar in the North Square, and it's all blacks. And it's like, what are they going to do? I'm driving. I could run them over. Right. You know, I mean, really. And people are like, you go to the craziest parts in the city. You're a white girl. You're stupid. And it's like, careful. But I was raised to fight dirty. You know, I was raised with 3 brothers and my father. So it was, I fought when I was a kid. I fought in bars. I fought against men, fought women, took them down, you know. In heels, I was like 6'2".
Stop fighting.
I like to fight.
Nice.
I that's why I don't drink whiskey.
You want to talk about getting old? I grew up for the fighting.
Because then I win. And then I go to jail.
I'm just thinking 6'2" in heels. Nice.
Yeah.
That climb you like a tree. What's up?
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they used to say.
I'm sorry.
No, that's what they used to say.
6'2"?
In heels.
6'2" in heels, yeah.
Yeah. I'm 5'11".
Nice. Very nice.
See, those are the kind of friends I've always had. I'm 5'3".
Oh, I wish I was little. You get all the good shoes. You get all the good shoes, and it sucks. You go in there and I can't find a size 10 and a half.
And you always have really good backup, because you always have bigger friends, and they always whoop people's ass for you.
You grab the hair and take the girl down. Take them down. Take them by the knees. That's what my father taught me. Fight dirty. Yeah, you got to fight dirty, because people, you know, they're squaring up. It's like, what's that shit, man? I'm going to kick you right in the knees. We're going down.
Yeah, my husband tries to get me out before I get that far. He's like, okay, it's time to go.
Well, I was always alone.
Something about dirty.
With my friends, at least.
Well, yeah, that was back.
They weren't fighters.
Tell you something about fighting dirty. You go to the store and you buy a Bic black pen, and then you go and you stand online, and then you sign a little iPad, and they hand you a ballot, and you fill in that circle like you never filled in a fucking circle before in your life.
Good night, Nettie. And that flipping the bird was for Bobby.
Do you know that when I went to vote, there were like 8 broken pens? I mean, not pens, pencils. I was like, can I have a fucking pencil that works? And they're all old ladies. And that's exactly what I said. And the cop looked at me. And then when I went back in and they gave me a pencil, the cop shut off the lights. And I waited, and I'm taller
Wow.
than the freaking thing, and I'm looking straight at him. So he turned the lights back on because the daylight was coming in the
Nice.
windows. So I was like, dude, come on. I got to get to work.
Right.
And then they wonder why people don't care for them.
100%.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay,
Chief
so
Smokealot
I-
says fighting with no gun to back you up. I'm sorry, I jumped to the comment you put.
No,
up.
no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Fighting with no gun to back you up is a losing strategy. Well,
Mm-mm.
I live in New York.
No.
I live in New York. I've had to go hands on plenty of times. Even this year, I've had to go hands on a couple of times to escort people out of bars that were out of hand. You have a gun on you at a bar in New York, you're going to fucking prison. So the last thing you want is a gun to back you up when you go hands on with somebody. And it could be as easy as grabbing them by the shirt and the collar and saying, listen, buddy, you're out of here. We'll call you a cab. You're out of the fucking bar right now. You're done. Yeah, get out. And you have a gun on you and shit goes south. Not around here.
Yeah.
It ain't worth the prison sentence over a goddamn drunk. It's really not. So, I mean, depends on who you're fighting, what you're fighting. I mean, I could go to a neighborhood where I'll show you I wouldn't go in there without a gun. I could show you areas like that, but you don't go in there. You know, if you're at
Well, I
a
mean,
regular
you know.
hometown bar, you don't. That's not always the case, and especially around here. This ain't fucking Texas. You know,
When you're
Some of us-
5'3", you learn.
That's different.
My stepdad taught me at a very young age that you just pick up an equalizer because more than likely
Yeah.
they're going to
Yeah,
be
you
bigger
gotta-
than you.
it's fair.
So you pick up an equalizer. Whatever you look for, whatever's closest to you that you can use to help you be on the upside when you walk away. So that's what I always took into consideration. That's why I try to always be aware of my surroundings and know what's within me. Like the day at the graveyard. I mean, you have no idea how
With that crazy
I
guy
was
kicking
looking through
trees.
those tools and
When it comes
deciding
down
which one of
to
those
what it,
tools I was going to use.
what does Rick always mention? Totality of circumstance. What's the
Mhm.
circumstance? I'm out at a bar on a weekend and everybody's drunk. Not the place to have a gun. Gigi's alone
Very
in
true.
a graveyard and some guy's kicking a fucking tree. Well,
Yeah.
5'3" ain't trouble. Oh my god. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, that's why she
I
got the
have to,
attitude of, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I have to acknowledge Caitlin Dunn. Thank you for coming.
What's up, baby? Dina.
It's good to see
And
you.
Caitlin.
And I would
Jake's
also
here.
like to say that we have Dina.
And Jake.
Oh,
Thank you for
Dina.
coming. Appreciate it. New people. When it comes to
No, Dina was here
when it
last
comes
week.
to what Chief was okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't
sorry.
remember people's names because they're just sort of new. But when it comes to like
Welcome
what
to the
Chief
pub.
was talking about regarding always having a gun if you're going to get into an altercation, I mean, today's society, sure, and even then, it's usually discretion is the better part of valor, right? Like, unless someone doesn't let you leave, then you have to make a stink. But some of us of certain ages grew up scrapping, and the idea of a physical altercation with dukes
Yeah.
is not
It used to be
something
fun.
that you shy away from.
Right.
That used to be fun.
You know, and
Well, I
Look,
was
It was
a
fucking
pool shark.
sport.
So it was men hated losing to me. And
Sure.
I played in the worst parts of the city. So I got jacked up by a pool stick because he put his nugget, remember the nugget rings? That, you know, in the 80s.
Yeah.
I put $100 bill down, he put his nugget ring, and I won. But I was a shark, and he said, "Oh, I could take a girl," and that's what I did. I played for money in the bars.
Nice.
So, yeah, and then I entered tournaments when I married. So, and we would take big pots because my husband
Very
was.
cool.
I was better than him.
Very cool.
Well, I'll never
Um,
lose money to you.
look,
we don't
I'm
play
not-
no more.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? I am not cutting anyone off here. Okay, I just want to make that clear. I just want to make sure everyone is aware. We have been now on for 3 hours. We
Holy
try
shit!
to save a little bit of our.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been on for 3 hours, so
You
we
want me to
try
get
to save
off?
a little bit of our free time. Well, no, you can say whatever you want. Just we're gonna kind of wrap the show down.
Yes, if we
and
wanted
so
her to
if
get
every-
off.
Oh, you want to get off? What are you gonna do?
It
Is there
depends
something
on how you're
vibrating
gonna
under
do
your
that.
chair? What are you
Whoa,
doing?
gotta
Some, like,
talk.
special way.
Gutter talk, finally! Finally!
Talk. That's what we come
Yeah,
here
you gotta
for.
do an echo.
Now, how do you like to get off? Hummity, hum. Cherie.
It's 11:07. I haven't eaten.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to
Hummina,
eat.
hummina,
You need to
hummina.
eat. You've been drinking.
Hibachi
no.
and sauerkraut.
I mean, Missy, do you have a channel yourself?
No. Well, I do, but you subscribe to it. I have 2 subscribers.
Yes.
I don't know who the other person is. I have my music
gotta
on there. No,
find
I
you.
don't do videos.
Listen,
I saw
when
that.
this
Yeah, I
live
saw that,
ends,
and I'm like, huh.
put the
She doesn't have
link.
much about herself on there, so I don't really know what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't put any information.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay.
No email, nothing.
Are you looking for subs?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you want, go
I'm
ahead.
with
But
All right.
all my videos are open. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, I think they are. I
Yeah.
think they are.
What the
Um,
fuck did Tony put in the goddamn Discord? What is that? Apparently, I'm sorry. Tony Yankee and Gigi are fucking pulling my pants down in the middle of a high school hallway. What is this? See, you're missing
I
out.
Oh,
don't
here.
know,
break,
but you look
motherfucker.
like you're liking it.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
you're liking it.
That's right.
I'm smiling.
So those of you that are interested in some music, go check out Missy's channel, spelled MISSI, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
IPPI. No, I'm just Missy. Not.
Missy.
MIPPI.
What kind of music?
70s, old rock, Elvis.
Yep.
You
I
know,
saw that.
songs
Yep.
that my father sang to me. You know, shit like that.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Go show her
Yeah,
some
it's-
support. Sub to her channel. Why not? Right? What else you guys
When-
got to do?
When the
Make a
live
friend.
ends, just hit
Yes.
go to any one of your videos or go to your channel and hit share channel, and it'll give you a link to copy and drop it in the comments after the
Yes.
live is over because it'll stay
you can
there
do
as
that.
a link. It doesn't
Yeah,
work
but you-
like that in the live.
Yeah, but you
chat.
guys are going to delete the live.
Well,
I
I,
think-
won't delete it.
I don't know, Gutter. What do you think about
If
this one? 'Cause
they-
we got
if
into the
they
pokey
don't-
pokey thing.
We
A
did.
little bit, a
So-
little bit.
Yeah, we
But
did.
We were speaking from experience. We just said what our states did to
Opinions.
us, and
But
that what
yeah.
our did,
what I'll
what
do
we
is
did.
I'll leave it up for a little bit and then I'll take it down. So probably by
When does
tomorrow
that strike come
morning-ish,
off?
it'll be down, but
90
I'll keep it up
days.
for a while.
You still got, you
From
guys
when?
are still on a
2
strike?
weeks, right?
Yeah, see how
Well-
how
Yeah.
it works is you get a strike, your first strike, you cannot upload anything for a week. But
Yeah.
you're on probation for 90 days. So if you get another strike within that 90 days, they can fucking get rid of your channel.
No,
Wow.
if you get another
No, that
strike
takes
in 90
3.
days,
Oh, I'm
Then-
sorry.
then
Yes.
it's 2 weeks that you can't
2 weeks.
post. And then
3
if
strikes,
you get
you're out.
another strike,
You're
they
out.
take your- if you get
But
a
they
third
expire.
strike, they take your channel.
The strikes expire.
They
So you
do.
gotta behave.
Yeah, you gotta
I gotta
behave
behave
for
till
90 days.
February. I got 1 strike. Yeah, I got 1 strike. I'm waiting until February. I'm off probation.
Nice.
But I don't give a
Nice.
shit. Give me both strikes. Fuck you. That's
Wow,
why I'm
Bobby.
with Discord.
YouTube is
That's what-
really bad.
Bobby, you
No.
plug your channel. Where can people find you?
You guys all know that already.
No, I know, but I
Tonight's
want you to
about
say it
Missy.
because
I know.
It's Bobby Bacalino. The Discord
Okay.
that Yank. I want everybody to type. If you want Yank in the Discord, and you're gonna jump over to the Discord. That's a 24/7 chat. It's a chat room for all of us, 24/7 hours. 24 hours, 7 days a week. There we go. I got a little buzz on. Look at this.
So you can just go
There's all
in whenever
kinds of
you
shit.
want.
You could go to my last live and I show Gutter Girl how to navigate it. We are the warped dimension. We're in a dimension that seems crazy to everybody else because we're looking at everybody else going, y'all going fucking crazy. And then there's a bunch of text channels, which you got Meme Cafe. That's where we all hang out, share memes, dumb shit, catch up, regular talk. Twitter files, I'll be dumping into the Twitter files, news and such for any kind of news you want to share. Then I made the one today, Yank and Gutter live streams.
I know
So
what I
during
can't
the
say
live,
now.
if someone's asking for, like when you guys want to pull up an article or something, I could throw it right into there as your resource team in the background. We could share pictures through there, all kinds of stuff. It's a little
Can you
more
put a link
interactive in the
in?
comment
Can you put
section. I'm gonna put it on after the live's over.
Okay.
I've put it in the
In the
chat where
comment
people
section.
could copy and paste, but I'm gonna put it in, in the comment section.
Okay.
And Tony shows up there. No show Tony. Let me go down the list. We got Bobby B, Gutter Girl. We got me, Amanda's there, Austin's there, Mishka's there, Bluntman's there, Black Sheep, Tony G is there, and Wasp Bitch is in there. Gutter Girl came over to the other side. Yank's gonna come on. Or he's gonna be missing out. He doesn't know why me and Gutter Girl were flipping each other off tonight. There's a lot going on in that Discord. It's a little more free.
I'm sure there is.
And you can put your
find out,
own
big guy.
name. You can like make your own name like YouTube.
You can do
A
whatever,
nickname, whatever. It's your
Oh,
account.
okay.
And you could
you can
change
do
it.
whatever
You could
name
change
you
it.
want.
Cool.
And you could change it constantly. Yep. And you come
I-
in, and then we got general and virtual pub that we can video chat just like this. If this channel ever gets shut down, you could go to the Discord. We could chill just like this and not worry about strikes or getting banned. We
It's
just all hang
private.
out.
It's
Nice.
private.
So let me
Yeah.
let me show you. I'll share.
I own the
screen real
server.
quick.
Uh-oh. We're sharing screens.
Share.
Oh, let's share.
Didn't
I
you
want to
get in
share
trouble?
screens so
Didn't you get in
hard.
trouble last time?
No.
Share
No,
your
no.
screen, baby. I'm gonna share my screen so hard. Oh, here you go.
Okay.
Look at everybody up in this bitch.
So this oh shit. It's usually
Oh.
talking shit. Then appears where he's talking about his Twitter files and his news and such and all that shit. See,
Those,
Bobby,
yeah,
look,
there's
the
nothing on
Yankee
there yet. But
and
Yank
Gutter
and
live
Gutter.
thing is gone.
No.
No, it's because you're
But it's
on.
gone.
I think.
It is
No. Hang on.
no. It
Let me
was
see.
there before and then it left.
Now you know
So-
why I don't get involved in this shit.
I
Right
know. Yank, I
This is
agree with
virtual
you.
pub.
It's for the young kids. It's for the young
Yep.
kids.
Exactly. I'm far too old to learn new tricks.
I'm gonna have a hell of a time.
No, you won't. I don't know what's gonna happen, Bobby. If I
Aw.
push allow right now,
Allow
You're
what?
gonna launch nuclear missiles. Don't push it.
No! Get to the chopper!
Would you like to play a game?
Should just be there. I'll just invite you straight up. I mean, shouldn't have to do that.
The
Oh,
only
you didn't
winning move
accept my
is
friend
not to
request
play.
yet. Yeah.
yeah, bullshit, Yank.
What?
No, it's a lot of
What?
fun. Gotta
What are you
go.
yelling at me for? What do I do now?
Don't.
What'd you
Don't
do?
scare her like that.
All right. Let me share my screen. Hold on. I'm gonna
Don't-
share my screen.
Don't.
Present. Share
Arms.
screen.
There you are.
Present arms. That was good. Here we go.
Can you see?
There. You're in the virtual pub.
This looks
see
confusing
down
as
there.
fuck.
Yeah.
No,
And I'm on a
it's
phone
really
and
not.
I
You gotta
can't
just
see.
Oh
watch
my
my
God.
live.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god!
don't
If
know
I
what
was
I'm
on the
doing.
Hold
phone,
on.
forget it.
I know.
What?
Huh?
Oh my, she's screaming at us.
Allow my share screen. Yeah, she's on
It's
two
her
fucking
thing.
chats. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not yelling.
You can yell.
I'm not yelling.
I am.
Let me take my.
Yelling.
Okay, there we go.
Butterscotch Box is trying to share his screen. Buttercup in.
All right. We're back. Don't make that
Yeah, when
face,
you-
Yank.
When you share a screen, you get real sketchy. Your
What
voice.
the hell are you
comes in there.
doing?
Yeah.
You just
Didn't
went
do
out and
anything.
started a Zoom call with yourself. They just
I know. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I gotta share screen up. You gotta put this. share screen.
No. Are you sure
Oh
it's
my
just going to
goodness.
fuck up again?
Hey, here's an interesting fact. I
Oh,
don't know if people
This
knew.
is me. There we go. Look, this is the fucking. This is what Tony posted. Tony,
Oh Jesus!
Yank, Gigi, and Bobby. Pulling
Oh my
pants
God.
down some
Why is my
bullshit.
finger in your ass, Bobby? I don't
So
like
this
that
is
one.
the meme cafe.
There
Yeah,
should be
whatever.
David S. should be in
You
there
owe me a
somewhere again.
drink.
This is way out of control.
Now, I'm
Right?
here. Yanking gutter.
Scroll
This
down,
is why
Bobby.
I saw it fit.
Oh,
We were
See?
talking about where?
It's in your ass. What do you mean where?
In the hangout.
Is that what it's called? The hangout?
Right now, I was memes. The person above me received anal. Who was it? It was me. I figured my own butthole and yelled "wrong hole" when Gutter leaves the chat.
And
Oh, the
then
real
Yank
Gutter talk
got-
happens there. There's a lot.
I get two in the stink going on. I don't understand this. Who made that meme?
GG talk
That shit.
Tony.
Look at
Tony,
this.
You're
Look,
dead.
Tony G says
Tony
fly
has
waiting
so
on
much
Yank's
fun.
phone call.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, Tony
Oh,
wants you to
boy.
scroll up to the cat fight.
Really fucking up because I don't have this problem with anything else. Hold on. Now, this is the Yanking Gutter. We were talking about California with the floods, food pyramid. We mentioned when I mentioned the Cat 7 gene, we were talking about aging, we were talking about population growth. So here I'm uploading live a whole bunch of different shit. If you want, yo, Bobby, look this up, or can we get you to pull that up? Bang, right here in the Discord. I could do this in the background where I could actually share the articles and the pictures. So it's kind of like what Joe Rogan does. Can we pull that up? Bang, right fucking there. So just to give you a little taste, Yank. You don't need to come, but me and
Appreciate
Gigi
it.
will just flip each other off periodically throughout it, and you'll have no idea why.
You'll be
It's
lost.
a lot of fun.
And
It
that's
really
okay.
is.
And
It-
you're going to be really
That's
bummed
okay.
that you missed
but
the
it's
good burn.
so easy. It really so easy.
Listen,
But
I
here,
am not going to be
look,
bummed if
you
my
got
fingers
text
are out of
channels.
his ass.
Meme Cafe.
There's so much more. Just think.
I-
Tony's fingers might be in Bobby's
them.
ass
So
next
we're-
time.
Good.
Ooh, better.
See?
This is
Nah,
gross.
boom.
Good night, Nettie.
I don't know, but my shit's malfunction.
I know it's glitching big time, dude.
Yeah.
Cheap Tony, Austin, you know how this works. Will you put all capitals Yank in the chat, and we just do that until he joins Discord, like no show Tony. So I'm gonna hit Tony off with an all caps. Tony, listen, I love you guys. Thanks for having me, but it's skipping around. I my computer's not getting along with SteamYard right now, so
I
no
know,
problem.
man.
But,
It's
Hey,
great.
make sure you guys
love
go
you.
check
Happy
out.
Tuesday. Thanks for
Make
having
Happy
sure
me.
you
Tuesday,
guys
Bob.
go check out. Make sure you guys go check out.
This
on
is your
Facebook
channel.
at Fact Check News. That's where Bobby posts a lot of interesting stuff. That's where if you want to stay
I
up to
wasn't
date on
expecting
what's
that.
going on,
Facebook.
that's where you go check them out on Facebook. So at Fact Check News on Facebook. Correct,
I have
Bob?
all that screenshotted. Yeah.
that. Yes.
Okay.
But I've been
I'm not
letting
big on
that with the
Facebook, though.
Twitter files simmer.
I'm not either anymore.
I've been letting
Yeah,
the Twitter
it's
files
too much
simmer.
drama.
It's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, it's easy.
So-
That's easy to get sucked into. It's like Twitter. But I love you guys.
I would also like to say to anybody
Happy
who's
Tuesday.
here,
I'm gonna bounce because it's all spinning wheel.
Okay, Bobby.
right
Hey,
on,
good night,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Thank
Good
you,
night, Bobby.
brother. We'll see you next Tuesday or on Saturday at Rick's. Peace.
And I know.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
The fuck did you just
So
call
I
me?
would
He said peace.
go ahead.
Oh, we bumped out.
So I would also like to say that I would because Gutter, I don't know if you know, because I don't think you were watching. You were still in the car coming to the show from doing your errands. Strategic had a live stream right before we came on, and he ended it there. And on his way out, he gave us a huge plug.
Yes.
A huge plug. He sent his people
Yeah.
to us and gave us high props. So I want to return the favor to anybody within the sound of my voice at this point, that if you want to go talk to and listen to a man who has very straightforward and honest breakdowns of things that he sees from a point of view as a law enforcement officer and as a good man and gentleman, I highly recommend you
Huge
check out
heart.
the Strategic Eye Show. And that man will be honest with you, tell you what he thinks, and you can go there and you can say what you need to say, and he will gladly have a very gentlemanly debate with you regarding the subjects. I
Yeah.
highly recommend
Very
that,
open.
man.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
respectful. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Even if you disagree with him.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Even if you argue with him like
Yeah.
I argue, he's
Yeah.
he's
He-
still
Yeah.
very good at it.
Yep.
And what's nice is that he's a friend of the show, and I'd like to think we're a friend of his shows. So if we have cross-pollination going on, fantastic. So make sure you go check him out, sub for him, help break him through the algorithm, share his stuff, and if you can, in whatever way, support him. Hit the like button. We'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button too if you watch our show, and help send us around too, because we're struggling a little bit. We're obviously a little edgy. We're a little kind of fucking out there. We do our own thing, and the algorithms don't really like that sort of stuff. So if you could do that for us, we'd really appreciate that as well. We've been on here for now 3 hours and 23 minutes. So I think I'm going to have to wind the show down. Missy, is there anything else you need to say?
No, I'm good. It was good hanging out with you guys.
I'm so glad
It
you
was
came on.
fantastic having you. Yeah, I mean, you were a breath of fresh air. Guys, just
I'm
you guys in
rarely
the
called
chat.
that. I'm rarely called that. Rarely. Wow.
Nice. Well, you're an example to the other people in the chat that are afraid to call in. They don't know. They're a little uncomfortable talking, and they don't really
I
know
didn't
how it's
want
going to
to
flow.
pop in, but everyone, it's been busy and,
Yep.
so it's like, I'll do it eventually.
But
Yeah,
we're very
I'm glad
glad
you
you
did.
did. And I
Yeah,
hope you
I
come
am
back.
too. Yeah, I will. I'm always here.
Okay.
Always here.
Beautiful.
All right. You guys have a good night. And
You
I'll see you
too.
Saturday.
All
Very
right,
much
yes,
so.
you will.
Very much
Okay.
so.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
week.
Bye-bye.
You
Bye.
too.
Peace.
Bye-bye. All
Nice.
righty.
So that was a fun time. I had a good time. We had some good discussion
good.
going, all different topics. So
Yep,
that's
it
always
was
a
good.
plus, right?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Great. So you guys in the chat, we want to thank you guys for showing up as well. You always make it fun. You have great things to say. I'm also glad. One of the things that makes me happy, right? Like I like cooking for people. I like having company at the house, and I like kicking you out at the same time. But when I have people over, I don't like to be the center of attention all the time. So I like when people come over and they make friendships, right? And that's kind of what the chat does. I'll see a lot of interactions with each other in the chat, and I love that because this is the way we support each other. This is the way we get to know each other. If you guys see, if each one person picks out a certain somebody that they're getting along with, go see if they got a channel. If they got a channel, go sub to them. Let them know. Drop a comment in their stuff, because this is a weird thing to do, to get on the internet and just start spouting whatever the hell you're thinking or whatever you're into. So it can be a little intimidating. And a lot of people don't have things on their channel. And sometimes what they need is some friends to say, hey, put some stuff up. Get stream going. It's easy to do. You can do it too. So we like that. Gutter, you got anything to add? You got anything to say?
I actually post link, and then I will also post his link in our description in case somebody does want to go to it, because he is such a great supporter of us, and he's always there to answer any questions we have or help us, and again, always giving us a shout out. So
absolutely. Cool. Very cool.
Sorry.
You're the best. Hey, have I told you
You're
lately?
the best.
You're the best. Have I told you
You're
lately?
the
I think you're the best. And I am so glad that you and I are doing this together. If you weren't married, kid,
Me
and I
too,
wasn't
Yank.
married,
Thank
you know what I mean? We'd be doing a show together.
you wouldn't be there and I wouldn't be here.
Might be. Might be.
We wouldn't be able to put it on here.
That's right. It'd be on something that starts like boom, boom, boom. Da-na-na-na-na.
That's right.
I'm
Only,
just
only fans page or fans only page, or
yeah.
whatever the hell it's
Yeah.
called.
Is it only fans or fans only? I don't even know. See, I'm such a square. I don't fucking know.
Fans, I think. Only fans. See, Tony knows.
Yes.
Of course, you little
There you
flirt.
go. There you go.
So
Nice.
Tony said if you get on Discord, he'll come on our channel.
That's a lie. I don't
Yank.
believe him. I will.
Yank.
You son of a bitch. Oh,
It's
not
Tony.
tonight. I'm not doing it tonight, Tony.
Not tonight,
Okay.
but
If I
definitely
if
by next week,
I
we'll
hate you.
get you hooked up.
And you'll come on this show. I want to see a big fat fucking
So
yes.
next Tuesday,
If I get on Discord, you're gonna come on this show on a Tuesday. I want to see it.
right,
Say yes.
Tone? Say yes, Tony. Tony! You type faster than that, god damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I don't see it. I see Bobby's last comment here. I see Tony. I see Bobby. I see Tony Yank. Tony Yank.
Tony!
No. If I get a Discord, you got to come on the show. You don't have to put your picture up. You could just,
No,
live
you can
video.
just
You can
talk.
just do the voice thing. That's fine. Sure.
Sure.
No, that's not a yes. That could be a sure. Sure, I'll do it. Sure. I want a yes, I will.
I almost think he likes keeping us in suspense. Like
He
to him,
does.
he's like,
I know.
it's
does. He
almost
likes
better if I just keep you guys in suspense forever, and then you'll always wonder who I am. That's what it is, isn't it, Tony?
Yes. Yeah.
I kind
and
of don't blame you.
I don't blame him at all either. I think it's very cool what he does.
Probably something I
So,
should have done.
Let's talk about it in the Discord. How about this? Fuck you. No.
And they don't need Discord to know what you're talking about.
That's right. That's right. Well, we'll see what happens next week. So it is what it is. All right.
All right.
I'm
listen,
going to get out of here.
definitely check it out.
What's that?
I told Missy to definitely check out Discord, and everybody else. You're so
Yeah.
welcome to come on there. I mean, it's like you can't be a snowflake though, because I'm telling you what, it's down and dirty. There ain't no YouTube, Commie Tube, mommy, daddy to save anybody. So if you come on there, and don't be trying to turn us in. If you can't handle the heat, get the fuck out of Discord. Because
That's right. And don't forget to look us up on Rumble. We're also there. I think you can
Yes.
find all of our episodes on Rumble in case you wanted to back up to our catalog. You can find us on there, I believe.
Yeah.
So
and
we're there
all
as
of our
well.
videos are there.
Yeah. So,
So.
all right. I'm going to count us
Alrighty.
out of here, Gutter. What do you think?
Yep, I'm ready. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here.
Be nothing. And we're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonzo.
Good night.